Star Wars news and weekly comic recap presented by Tales from the Dark Side. This week we're covering new comic releases. Also, our certified expert of Funko figures is here to train us on Funko variants and the new Mandalorian Season 2 Funko releases. Then we're going to beta test a new opinion segment called Throne Room or Trash Compactor. This week, we've been promised an easy-to-digest It's a Trap. Has the Force led Luke to love? Bad news for Mary J fans? Or is there still hope? We also learned that Hutts can get swole up, and we'll give our opinions on the Bad Batch Episode 5. And because you love them, and eye rolls count as exercise, it's Jedi and Wookiee. They're back with Star Wars dad jokes. Let's get it going, fellas.
We haven't canceled that segment yet. All right, Jedi, let them know who's on here. Go around.
All right, man. We're here for, we're going to do some introductions. Wanted for smuggling contraband to the Outer Ring, but it was only so he could buy more comics. He has no regrets. It's Marco. Scolded by Jabba for getting fingerprints all over the Hutt's carbonite Han, and I do mean all over. It's the mighty Solo Wookiee. This guy has more Star Wars shirts than Tatooine has Jawas. God, do they stink. The Jawas, not the T-shirts. Sorry, Pete. It's Pete Renovision. When Wookieepedia needs facts fast, they turn to this guy. He's got so much Star Wars in his head, he can't remember his own name. Only the initials remain. It's J.J. Maxwell. Hired by the Empire to coordinate and downsize their military, he developed an army of Funko Pops. Funko Pop Fets. Probably not what the Emperor had in mind. It's Dom Tober's here to join us. And after witnessing the massacre of the Academy's younglings, then escaping Order 66, this guy went into stand-up comedy. Be sure to catch his HoloFlix comedy special streaming. It's entitled, That Was a Dick Move, Skywalker. It's me, Jedi Johnson 22.
Oh, good stuff as usual. Great intros. I'm changing my mic setting because it always sounds like I'm in a cavern. I don't know. Anyways, if it's terrible, just give us a thumbs up and then tell me my mic's garbage. I might just go buy a new one. Either way, this week has been a crazy week in Star Wars. Like every week, we got Dom with us for the Pops. We'll do that. We're going to start off with a little bit of pickups. Then we're going to get into our comic reviews. So let's start off with pickups. Who wants to go first? I know you've been chomping at the bit. Now, some of these, we have a double week pickup here. So we limited it to a couple items because everybody got mad. I got some comments. I appreciate the comments you're sending me that we said we were going to do pickups last week. We dropped at the end. We're going to start off this week with some. Who do we got going first? Who was the maddest last week that I didn't do any pickups? What do we have? Solo Wookiee, because you're always mad. Do some pickups.
I was going to say, how do you know when Solo's mad?
I wasn't mad.
Because he was mad. He was like, I had 30 pickups and you didn't do pickups at the end of the show. And then we got
I was giving you crap. I was not mad.
All right, so
I'll do my. I got three really good ones. I love. Found a 19 newsstand.
Nice.
One of my favorite covers, and man, It is crispy. I mean, it is not a spine tick. It is beautiful. Found a 23. I almost bought a Greek version of this at one time, and just didn't happen. Also a newsstand, and again, crispy clean. Hot off the press looking. And then a 52 I found. All three of those are just out of the same collection, and they're amazing cleanliness. I was just like, holy cow.
Sweet. What else do we got? Who's up next? Pete or JJ? Pete left. Pete is not up next. JJ, do you want to show what's up next?
No? Yeah, I got a few things I can show.
Pete sent me a package, so I'm going to open the package. I don't want to. Go ahead. Go ahead, JJ. We'll go JJ, Dom, then we'll go Jedi, then we'll go Pete.
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so first up, I got a couple, believe it or not, foreign things from the UK. I don't know if anybody can see this. So this is the UK Clone Wars issue 1 and alternate cover. So there's two covers to it. The cover may look familiar because this is an insider cover too, so it may look a little familiar. But, anyway, so inside here, I won't take the time to open it, but inside there is actually the UK reprint of the first appearance of Ahsoka.
Nice.
Clone Wars issue 1 here. So that's how they got it in Britain, was with those magazines. So I also got this wonderful piece back here I picked up this week. A little Star Wars disco action.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why are you playing that in the background?
God.
I don't know. This is all Jedi Johnson's fault for showing a bunch of these on his
I just
IG.
want to dance, man. I'm ready to dance.
Yeah, do the bump there.
It does look. That looks very provocative too. I might add. It's a very provocative looking.
They're not
controversial cover there.
It does look
cheek to
controversial.
cheek. It was.
What is that?
And on the American side of magazines, I got one of these guys. I've been trying to find one forever. Go ahead. What? I got to take it out of the bag because there's really no bag for it. So I got one of these old Rolling Stones, which is one of my favorite.
Also, a very
Star Wars
interesting layout on
magazine
that cover.
Nice.
Yeah. Usually, it's hard to find a nice one because usually they stick the address thing when they send it to you. It was right here over Leia's legs. So it's nice to find one that doesn't have that. And let's see, I had one comic set up here somewhere.
I think it's right behind you on your left.
Oh,
the old black and white. Is that a 1 in 25? Yeah. What were those?
Yep. I actually had 100. This was a 1 in
100. Yeah, that's the 1 in 100.
I got one of these guys. I had one, but yep. 1 in 100. I had one, but it had a version of what I have. So that was about it. So
that's awesome. Crazy awesome.
All right. Who next is next? Dom, what do you got today?
Sure. Well, I had to continue the whole War of the Bounty Hunter comic situation. I got the Dr. Afra from the comic book exclusives that just came in.
Nice.
And I like the Virgin. Really nice. That's about it for now. All the other books were opened during the week.
All right. Hopefully Jedi, you got something, bud?
I got a couple of things. So I showed this to you guys last week, but I didn't get to show it to the viewers. So one of the things I collect, in addition to comics and figures and stuff, I love the old Star Wars tins, whether it's lunch boxes or whatever. I collect those. I got this. Again, just anything that takes me back to my childhood or near close enough. I like it. And these actually, like I was telling the guys last week, not too expensive. You can usually find these online for, I don't know, $10 to $20, maybe plus shipping. So not terribly expensive.
That's the original 80s. That's the original 80s box, right?
1983. Yeah.
1983 box.
And then this is what happens when you watch Pete's show. He was talking about these, and I'm like, I don't have those. So I went on and found both of them in a bundle. I think I paid $60 for both. I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but they're pretty clean. So I don't know. May send them in. I don't know. And then lastly,
Pete and Michael hurt a guy's wallet.
between Pete, Ben, and Mike, man, I need to stop watching that show. I think that's what it is.
Should I say you're welcome? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, man, and then what's up?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I couldn't remember if I talked about these last. This is some of the stuff I got from Wanted Comics from the sale he had. If you haven't been to Drew's website, wantedcomics.com, go there. The sale's probably not going on anymore, but he's still got some killer Star Wars stuff and other stuff if you're looking for something else. But yeah, I had to grab these anytime these things pop up there. And is it this one? This one may be very important pickup. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Talk more about that later, right?
We've been talking about
that's
that
all I got.
for a while. Actually, very important too, Jedi. I don't know. Do you mind sharing what happened with one? Because I know you got a bunch of good books out there, but I heard you got one that wasn't. And you know what? A lot of times people talk junk when situations don't get right, when shipping goes bad and stuff like that. But
yeah, I had normally, and and I say normally because like 99% of the time, the stuff you get from Wanted Comics is very tight. It's tightly shipped. It's really great shape. Somehow I got a package. It had been shaken up during some tape had come loose, and the corner of one of the, or actually two of the comics had gotten dinged. I reached out to Drew. I was like, hey, just letting you know this happened. No big deal. But no, he was real gracious, as Drew always is, and wanting to make sure his customers are happy. So he hit me up with a partial refund, and hopefully he's. I know I'm happy. Hopefully he's happy too, because I'm gonna he's got some great Star Wars stuff there. I'm sure it's not the last time I'm going to be on his website.
Yeah,
spending money. So
he's got good deals.
But yeah, he really cares about customer service. So can't go wrong.
That's good to hear. That really is good to hear. Who is next in the list? Was it Pete? Pete.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Pete, go next.
All right. Well, you can complain about watching a show with Ben and Mike spending your money. I got to stop being on with those two because those two spend my money. Because of them, I bought myself a Hondo.
Yes.
Good
Nice.
pickup.
And again, thanks to Mike, I bought myself an Embo.
Yes.
There you
Jen
go.
loves that Hondo
That's
book.
good.
She was like 6 months ago raving about.
And my
that
Hondo book got kind of wrecked. Like it did get damaged in shipping, but it got it was in a Gemini mailer. It was secure. It's just somewhere in the mail it got wrecked. So I can't hold the seller accountable. So I didn't go reaching out to them just because nothing came loose. It wasn't like a situation like Jedi. Like nothing was loose. Like I could see the package itself got crushed somehow. So I can't blame the seller on that. So sometimes you just gotta be like, well, things happen. So something happened. It's just for me. I'm not reselling it, so I don't care. It's good enough for me.
I'm still always looking for those books, man. Those are.
She came in during the holidays and she raided. She raided those things out of here. I was
One more. I got Nakayama.
Oh.
I like.
Oh
Nakayama.
yeah. Cool.
love
Go
that.
show that. Hold on, I'll put you on the.
Yeah.
Go do it again.
I know there's 40 million variants. I like the Nakayama and I like the comic book exclusives one.
I love it.
Yes.
Across the room, so I'm not gonna go try to find that, but I do like this one. I saw this one early on and I bought this one.
That's nice stuff. I do like that Hondo book. The Embo book I think is a deep sleeper. It's glad you guys have been, it's unfortunate you guys have been covering that because sometimes you don't like they're easier to get to buy for $1. I know that when we I don't know what's that Hondo book up to?
The Hondo?
Yeah.
Well, it's like a
20, 25, 30.
When she was talking about, she's like, I can't believe this is $1 book. I was like, well, it's not $1 book anymore because now you just cried about it. Now it's $20, and now it's probably gonna be like a $60 book.
As he waves a dagger around.
Well, I mean, that's a good character. I've always loved that character. For the people that have watched our show for a while, know the history. Hondo was the one we made Jen do the intro to because she kept going, why don't you guys ever talk about Hondo? And the truth was because we didn't want people buying Hondo books.
You sent me one of these. Hondo. We were talking about
yeah. I sent you one of those. Yeah.
This
All
one's
right.
for you.
So I've opened up the Pete nice packaging. I mean, now that we're going to praise Wanted Comics for it, we might as well praise you too. Good packaging as usual, sir. Anything you buy from Renovision and Renovision Inc. is always done. Oh, you put this in a Comic Shield? Ooh.
Well, I just had it. So I might as well use it.
Yeah, I'm going to use that. That's a reuser.
Yeah, that's what I did.
What did you give me here? Mutant Beaver.
That's just where it came from.
I don't know what Mutant Beaver. Oh, that's just a comic book store.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be doing it. It was gonna be like you just slice a book. I probably gonna slice a book. All right.
Did you say it was an autographed Justin Bieber?
It is.
What you said?
Big fan.
Yeah, that's why I wanted some Justin Biebers.
I love seeing him as the holiday armadillo on the Friends reunion.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
Speaking of Mayu, okay, there we go.
Oh, cool.
We're going to bring up something later about Mutant Beaver. That's a good one. This book is one that I really love, and Pete loves just as much as I do. He's done like 3 videos on this book, and every time he does that, I'm like, stop doing books. Stop doing videos on this book. Please. Would you please stop doing videos on this book?
Yeah, please. I need to get one too.
Yeah, it's a hard one to get.
Yeah, they're impossible.
The same here.
Now.
It's a 1 in 5. So this is a 1 in 5.
Yeah.
And even before people were high on Star Wars, we've talked about this one before. Even before people were high on Star Wars, people were high on that book. Like that was always like a $20 book or whatever. And I don't know what Pete got it for. I bet you he got it for $1 because he's got the greatest hookup ever. But
it wasn't bad. It was definitely wasn't bad.
And then I got the Walmart pack because I didn't get this, and then now everybody sent me some, so I have a couple of these now. I do appreciate it. The NWA homage. Thank you, JJ, for mentioning it. For all those that don't have it, I really love that cover. That's cool. Somebody open this pack and tell us what was in it? I think Gonzo did. I can't remember what's in it, but
I haven't opened mine.
Yeah, my dad opened his, and I got the loose, but it was just random books inside. Nothing special.
Nothing good. All right. Well, JJ might be coming back in a bit, but we could. Mike, do you have anything? Did you want anything?
Yeah.
Anything up? Okay.
Yeah, I actually picked up a stack of comics today, all for $1.50. I was really happy to get this, which is the Kellogg's one.
Yeah,
it's still
cool.
It's still sealed in the poly with the shipping label on it, so that's cool. These were all $1.50. I can't believe it. Got one of these.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got one of these.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Just that.
Well, yeah. Don't say one of these. Tell people why you're buying these books.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Cad Bane on the cover.
Cad Bane.
Yeah, Darth Maul 3.
Lando Double or Nothing. Glover photo variant. That's a 1 in 10, I think. We all know what this is. We've talked about it twice already today.
Yep.
That's just the regular one. Cassian K2SO. If you're
That's
Andor,
the number one. Yeah, the Andor.
You're Andor shopping. That's just the regular cover.
That's
an open season number 1.
That's the Jango Fett storyline. Yep.
Yep. We got a Saj origin.
Yep. For $1.50, you got
all those for
picked that up
$1.50
for me.
Woo!
Oh,
And-
you
and
picked
one
up
of
2 books for me. God, I love you.
And then I know that's crazy for $1.50 a piece. And then yesterday at Walmart, actually, believe it or not, on the peg at Walmart.
Nice.
Wow.
And the last one was cover.
Oh yeah. Asajj and Dirge. Yep.
Surge or Dirge?
Dirge.
Dirge.
I know.
So this
Yeah,
is
I'm
what
on
first
Pinto.
Asajj and then first Dirge cover, I guess. Technically.
I don't know if you guys saw the chat, but autocorrect apparently corrects Dirge's name to Surge, so everybody, Pete decided to go on a run of memes of that 90s
that was
Mountain Dew ripoff.
Beverly Hills
That
Cop.
was a good day.
Beverly Hills Cop, but then you put
With
the
a little
pop out
lemon
there
twist.
too. Yeah. And Surge, Balky Bertakamis as Surge in Beverly Hills Cop. It was a
Nice.
funny week. Looks like the chat's already off and popping today. Hello, chat. We had a lot of people in. Ed, always appreciate it. Ed, thank you for saying hi for the algorithm. It does help out. What also helps out is thumbs up. Kyle's in here. If you guys didn't watch MCM last night, I don't know if you guys should. We went off the rails. We found a new grading company and just decided it was a good idea to grade Unicorn 1 at that point. And I think next week, if you guys want to join in, I'm going to go into the closet because some people are like, why aren't you grading these ASM, these Silver Age ASMs and whatever else? I think we're going to give a choice to the crowd next week. You guys get to pick up to $100 worth of grading with this new company. I'm just going to grade whatever you guys tell me to grade. We're going to throw some Silver Age. We might even throw a Golden Age book in there and give it as a choice and just some random stuff and see what they do, just so they get a test across the way. It's EGS or something. The more I see it, the more I see it, the more worried I become. But as Kyle said, what's $1,000? So we'll try to keep the book value under $1,000 just in case it all gets destroyed.
Well, and it's only 10 books now. Isn't that or $10 a book, right? To grade
No, I don't. We can't figure it out. It costs us for 2 books, including shipping and 61. Watch the video. We'll try to figure out even better next week. But let's get into what our topics here is. And by the way, thank you for everybody over at RevVision. Make sure you're checking that stuff there too. Go ahead.
The unboxing of the Mando bust is up on Renovision as of yesterday.
Awesome.
So go check
Make
that
sure
out.
you check that out. Check that out on Renovision.
Yes.
Yeah, convince Mike to do more stuff.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
How am I doing this? Sharing a screen. I'm trying not to shut down the whole show again. Let's see if we can do it without doing that. Chrome, we are going to go over comics this week. We've got a lot of stuff in comics that is maybe not so good. Astro Wizard, what's going on, my man? All right. Can everybody see the screen? Yes. We can. Good.
Yeah, we can.
We pretty much had 3 main Star Wars titles this week. One of them, the first one, unfortunately, guys, I don't know what you guys' opinion is on Dr. Aphra, but I'm getting sick of this. It's kind of disappointing. So we all if you've been watching our show, we told you this is probably the book if you want to see Dirge come back for the first time, if it's real Dirge, if it's not Dirge or whatever, because they've been doing this and they did it again. The final page, we get a triangular maybe Dirge in the bottom, with the two sides going off. It looks like they're doing the exact same thing they've been doing in Aphra for the last 14 freaking books, where they give you this small one cameo, right, guys? Cameo at the end.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing as Vader. Like Vader was doing it too. That last page.
Yeah, Vader did it too.
No, Vader does it, but Vader at least gives you like 3. They'll give you it'll be the whole story will be about it, and it'll actually be the character. Aphra, if you look at the last one where they did the Nile flight system hyperspace thing, it was a fake. Before that, it was supposed to be like some artifact. It was a fake. They haven't, and there's no built-in story. Look, the assassin, the droid that they had in the beginning of Vader, he ended at least going through 3 or 4 books before we all knew what the fate was going to be, because he hates droids. He's going to destroy the robot, but at least it happened.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Like with this one, we don't know what's happening in the next books, but if you've been reading the previews for the FOC, it doesn't sound like Dirge is showing up anyplace else.
Maybe it is Surge. Maybe it is Bronson in there.
Yeah, it could be. It could be Balky Bertakamus in there.
Yep.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just wish if you're going to do it, give us a little bit more.
Achwell Foley?
Right? But if they don't give us, like, I know there's a lot of people hyping it and they want them back and they want it to go, but if they don't give us a lot next episode of or next book, unfortunately, and it doesn't look like they're going to, especially with this lead-in, I don't know, man. Aphra used to be I really liked Aphra's first title. Like when she had her first solo title, it was action-packed. There was lots of cool stuff in it. The story flowed well. Even when they brought in her dad, it came back. Sorry, Shannon Fisher just said "dumb ridiculous."
Ridiculous.
I think we all heard it in Balky Bertakamus' voice.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just like, out of that was one of my favorite. At one point, the Aphra storybook was one of the best books out there. It was right up there with the beginning because it was around the time Bounty Hunter was there. It was right around there. Vader was coming to kind of an end. It wasn't as good at certain points. Star Wars was pretty good, but it was a top tier book. Recently, I have to say, if they do this again, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be picking up Dr. Aphra because I don't care anymore. You know what I mean?
Not to mention that it had those beautiful Ashley Witter covers on it too, which helped it like kind of send it over the top. Not that I don't like the covers for the new series, but they're not nearly as good as those were.
Very true.
I like the way she was drawn in the Vader book, the first Vader series. That artwork and the way they used her, they're making her more comical in her own series. It's good, but it's not as good as the Vader when she first appeared.
I agree.
You want that back, that type of.
Astro, this is what I'm saying. It was a fake hyperdrive though. Like, yeah, it ties in, and that's what I'm saying too. If this is a fake here, I don't know, man. I mean, I know I'm not out because it's a Star Wars title, and I'll still buy it, but like, I'm kind of out. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just gonna buy it with reservations.
You're right. Angry buy. We might not cover it that week. The next book.
Can we do instead of dad jokes one week? Can we do the Dance of Joy, guys? I love that. That's great. Shannon Fisher said, "Oh man, Dance of Joy is the shit."
That's cool. Hey Shannon, speaking, I'm gonna have to have a Sunday off. Shannon, we got vacation coming up, don't we, bud? What do we got here? Darth Vader. Actually, look, man, this is as good as the Gillian run, in my opinion, lately. Like, I mean, even the robot thing where you kind of saw it was going, and there was a little bit of a slow part with the assassin. I think Vader right now, currently, is the best Star Wars title out there. I don't know what you guys think, but I mean, it comes with fire every week. High
Republic Adventures.
Yeah, I'll give you that. The IDW book, that's a good book too. But what I'm saying is, like, the premiere lineup. This is probably,
I'm just screwing around.
No, some people have a problem with IDW Adventures artwork. I don't, but I know people do.
I like it.
Week in and week out, though, probably the best book. They're repairing Vader. They even actually start doing the hand cutoff thing with, like, he's like, "Give me the pain, don't shut me down." He's like, "Yeah, no." And he's like, this is actually a panel. They like literally are crushing through his arm. I think it was like almost a half page. I thought that was really cool. They're sawing it off. They show you the Carillion engineering place where there's a bunch of what's the Millennium Falcon plane, the freighter?
The YT
Corellian, YT
the
Corellian.
YT series, yeah. Yeah, it was really cool. I thought that was just kind of cool that they had all those, just to like, he wouldn't be his only one out there. And by the way, the other ones, why he is a piece of junk. Look at these other ones down there. You know, you get the different colored paint, the candy colored paint jobs. Looks like a car show. It's great, dude.
The pinwheels are umbrellas.
What's that?
They look like pinwheels or like umbrellas. Like they should spin.
Well, when they're going so fast, maybe they do. I mean, you don't know. You don't know.
I liked the orange one with the rebel flag on top and the back. Said General Lee on it. That was pretty cool.
Either way,
boys.
there's one that runs off of rice too. It's really good. There's one, there's an electric one, and then there's one that just cut. Hey, do you guys remember the one whistle tips? Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one that's got whistle tips on it. That is I thought it was kind of funny because when he's trying to identify who he was looking for, he ends up pointing out Han Solo, but you get a couple other people in there. You get Chewbacca. You also get Dengar, which is interesting because that means this is a crossover event. That means at this moment in time, Dengar is on here, which he's also in another book. So pretty cool. We do have Hammerhead too, which it was interesting because we brought up, could those Hammerhead bounty hunters be coming back from the Old Republic? And it's just a convenience that it seems like there is a Hammerhead there. I'm not saying that's happening. I'm just saying. All right, and then everybody's favorite panel.
Yeah.
Yoked.
Abdominal the Hut.
I do have to bring up real quickly, what was his name? Greco, the one that knocked out Luke, also was very strong with Arm Day. A Hut that was very strong with Arm Day. However, Buku here, I mean, the abs on Buku is like, huh?
Tuboku.
Tuboku. The ab day is with him, right? Like when you saw Gruku, he was like, he just had like massive arms and just pounding Luke. When you see Buku here, the ab day is ridiculous. Might be a very important. This is what we kind of been saying. We've been telling everybody a little bit about the Hut situation. One of the things that might be important about the Hut situation, JJ, I'm going to bring you back in here. Is he froze?
Yeah, because I tried to bring him back.
No, he's back.
Oh,
all right. He's just like
the image is froze.
Now he's gone. All right, bring him back in. He can hear us. Sorry.
When you
Okay, so do we think his arms, do they look robotic at all, or do you think those are his real arms?
No, because when you go back to that, what was it? The Star Wars? It was this No, it wasn't. It's the one where he takes the lightsaber and knocks him out, and he ends up going. Oh, you know when it was? No, it was a series. What series was? No, because he puts him in the fighting pit. That's where he goes into the fighting pit, and then you see the guy that ends up getting all the clone troopers that aren't clone troopers. Not the Bad Batch, but the other batch.
Krill.
Krill.
The Task Force 99.
Yeah, that's when you see Greku, who also had big yoked arms that look like this. Just he didn't have the ab set. So
well, when you don't have legs, you got to double up on ab day.
I guess so. Either way, it is going to be pretty important because I think most of us have a feeling that a Hut is going to show up at one point in the TV show, the Boba Fett TV show, because like just because Jabba's dead doesn't mean the Hut cartel disappeared, and I don't think they're just like hanging out going like, yeah, Bib, you're cool, bro. You can just take over all of
Jabba before that on Bad Batch, possibly the way we're going, but that's later.
Yeah.
We got some bib talk later.
We do have some bib talk later. But either way, so like looking for looking for the Huts that might show up because the Hut cartel still is around. And some of these guys might, especially now when you're seeing some of them in the War of Bounty Hunters, right? Like that might be a little bit of a link to the Fett show. So it'd be kind of cool to get in on some of these characters and know about them before they actually show up. So you can be like, annoy your wife, annoy your girlfriend, annoy your boyfriend, annoy whoever you're annoying when you're watching these shows going, oh, I know who that. How don't you know who that character is? They're in the
I just
comics.
hope they don't make every Hut like a Beagle Boy or something like that. Don't give me some weird characteristic. Well, this is the muscle.
Beagle Boy. Oh my god.
You got the Zeros a little bit.
They do. Everyone is, remember, because don't they have the one that has the monocle? Or no, he's got a mustache. Remember they got the
Monopoly guy.
Yeah, they got one that's got like the tight thin pencil mustache, and he's got like he wears like a big V-neck shirt with little ruffles on it, and he's like, oh, they call him Don something. I swear to God, like they have stereotypical Hutts that are in canon.
I gotcha. That's what I'm hoping. Don't give me too many.
Yeah, don't give me those. Give me a couple of these yoke guys. That's fine. I'll say it. I'll see them. All right, so that's what it was. Once again, Vader. I don't know what you guys thought. Vader was probably the best book out this week, but we've also got the reprint. We've been talking about this book a little bit. The magazine reprint / TPB German reprint. The first half, we didn't know how this is going to break down because was it four mags, JJ?
Yes.
Because the TP was 1 and it was 4 mags. So we didn't know how much of the first 2 magazines they were going to throw in. They threw in a little extra of it. It was pretty much the same thing. I think it was a little bit off, but pretty close to the same thing as the German Star Wars insiders. What do they call it? I don't speak German.
They're just Star Wars magazine.
Magazine. Okay.
Yeah.
Real interesting points. There is a crown figure. Some people were saying might be Chris. I'm not sure if that's true or not. He's seeing he's having a vision of a Jedi temple in the book that he goes to. In that same Jedi temple, he also then trips out and starts seeing Kate Fisto in the water.
Kit Fisto?
Kit Fisto, yeah.
Kit Fisto.
It could not be Kit Fisto, though. It could be somebody else because he doesn't say who it is. But Kit's swimming around, and then some Jedi person gives him not even his lightsaber, because that's not Kit Fisto's lightsaber. So
No, it is not.
Right?
He's a Bear Clan, so it doesn't look like that. It looks like Kiadi's.
Yeah. So I have no clue what this is supposed to mean at all. I mean, I do, but I have no clue what this is supposed to mean at all. Anyways, you get out of the dream sequence, and then you meet these two. And we're going to talk a little bit more about one of these characters, the Fernie character, and it's a trap. They're supposed to be fixing it. Luke uses a different name. This is all based off of that Jason Frey novel, the Kitty expansion one. Actually, probably the first piece of new canon that they actually wrote. It wasn't bad.
They did Trigon on that last panel.
He's using an alias because it's after Yavin, I think.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah,
that he crashes, so he doesn't want anybody to know he's a rebel.
Well, they also the people who shot him was the Empire.
Yeah,
also number 2. So, they run into this Sarko Plant character. We've seen him before. For those people that don't know, we saw him in actually in a movie. Was it?
Yep.
It was.
Yeah, we talked about him last week.
Actually,
Force Awakens. Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. There we go. You guys all know who that is. We don't need to recap. That's the German TPB. They only did the first half. It was good. I mean, everybody liked that story too. I think it's kind of tough to. I know a lot of people were covering it because they haven't seen it before it came out this week.
Wafa Eins Jedi.
Yeah.
Eines Jedi.
Star Wars Abentur.
Yeah, right. But that's
been a long way since high school German.
We did not do the TPB last week, so we're showing you the TPB. It's only the first half. We're going to get into a little bit more. We're going to spoil the second half, but that'll be towards the end of our show. So if you don't want to stay on, don't stay on for It's a Trap, because we're going to spoil the second half of this book, which will be the second half of what they show in 3 weeks, a month. It'll come out in a month. Okay, and that's it. What we got for FOC. So do not forget, for all you people that like Ray Sloan, even though this is not the best Ray Sloan, this is FOC week for Darth Vader 13.
Isn't that a teenager? Oh, where's Leashy?
She's old. I don't understand how he thinks that looks like a teenager, dude. I think maybe we should take a vote. But also, too, Pete brought this up. This just went on sale yesterday at Mayu's site, right? Dom, yes. You bought this?
I bought it, yes.
Or Friday. It was like the 28th, I think.
Okay, so 28th. They still have some over there. No more of the signs. You can also go to Beaver Country Club or whatever. Where'd you send me that from?
Mutant Beaver.
There's a bunch of stores.
Look, man, I don't really buy a lot of store variants, so I don't know the name of all the shops. I just
Beaver Country Club. That's in Canada.
Yeah, but for those people that like the homages, there you go. Another homage. Not a bad one, I guess.
Hey, Marco, real quick. You didn't show the panel, but I thought that in the Star Wars Adventure, it's just something I thought was kind of funny. There was the one panel where where Luke is, he's trying to get somebody to take him to those ruins or whatever, and they're saying, oh, they're haunted, whatever. And there's that one panel I thought was funny, at least to me, where Luke said something about, well, I don't believe in ghosts or something like that, right?
I should have cut that out. Yeah.
I ain't afraid of
Yeah, and I thought that was hilarious. I was like, well, just wait till Empire Strikes Back, buddy. You're going to change your mind.
Wow. Which is also funny because I saw the Ghostbuster ride. Pete, wasn't I talking to you? And it had a trailer on the back of it. Yeah, they were trailering they're just scrap metal. They were trailing around the town. It was pretty funny. All right. Not the funniest thing I did this week, like shopping at an Ace Hardware for comics. But either way, to let you go, and this is, I think, what Jedi was referencing earlier. We got Out of the Shadow. We're going to find out what it's like. The 2 covers for Out of the Shadow obviously have 2 characters we've seen before. We've told you about D 100 times over. Juan Comics has a cover on it. What's his name? Showed you the 1 in 10. Jedi showed you the 1 in 10. She is absolutely one of the cover characters. They're definitely going to be covering her in this book. That is a character that they stick around with. And we actually kind of love too. Unfortunately, Jen's not here because she had a whole big segment on how she's going to tell you how great that character was. And it's usually better to hear it out of a female than a bunch of dudes saying how great a female character is. Either way, I don't think anybody here doesn't like that character, and I'm glad we're getting more of her. There's 2 exclusives. Good luck.
I think I like
because
Target.
Yeah. I actually want the Walmart one, but Walmart can't do anything right. So
They'll never get it. No, they'll end up being in discount stores 2 years from now.
Yeah. So check your discount.
You'll find it at Ollie's.
Novel, or is this one of the teen size ones?
What's that?
Is this a full size novel, or is this one like the young adult novel?
No, it's the not teen size. It's a young reader. It's the not
young
teen,
reader. Okay.
Not adult, not novel. It's the one that's in between. So it is. It's a novel. It's like a college. It's like, you're at the beach. You want to read 300 pages. You pick this up.
Like the Test of Courage one that she did. Just in Ireland.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, that's the same one. Yeah. Gotcha. Pete, can you hold that back up?
Oh, yeah.
I almost removed you. I'm trying to. Hold on. Let me go single screen. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Ruin it for everybody. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
hold that one up. What's that one? Yeah.
So this is the Test of Courage. So this is like the.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. It's gonna be just like that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's like 200 pages. It's more like a novella.
Yeah, a little bit like a novella. A little bit above a novella. I think it's actually going to be a little bit bigger than that one. But either way, it should be good stuff. Oh, man. I stopped sharing the screen. So how did I do that? Yeah?
You can just bring it back.
Hey! All right. I really do like that character.
Let's go.
Also, Kevin Scott released some of his covers for The Rising Storm, which has some of, once again, our favorite characters. If you heard the reviews that me and Jen did, and me, Jen, Pete, and Solo did one time, we talked a little bit about these characters. We get to see the Breathing Fire dog also, too. Out of the High Republic main series stuff, I know we were excited because a bunch of these are supposedly starting to show up in the comics very soon. I hope they do. This is probably one of our favorite groups, correct? It's this one and the one that has Matthew McConaughey in it. As far as groups go, right? Does everybody agree with that? I can't see. I got to get over here. Yeah,
McConaughey and The Rock.
Yes, McConaughey and The Rock. This is probably arguably the best Jedi group that I think they have out today. So we're glad we're getting new stuff from them. And it has Yurik, who's getting her own comic also, like Minnie. The only problem with it is yes.
I was gonna say, is the one on the right looks a lot like the Insider 199 cover.
Yeah, it does.
Exclusive.
It does.
I mean, like a lot. I don't know.
It looks a lot like the scene after Dumbledore died, and they all read their
I actually like the one on the right just because it's got the fire-breathing dog thing that follows him around.
Nice, Pete.
That is true. I do like that dog. That dog was pretty cool.
I can't unsee the Dumbledore scene now.
I can't. I didn't see it until you said it.
Well, it's because the Dumbledore scene was completely out of place. Like, that didn't happen in the book. What are they doing?
Oh, man. Oh, I can't unsee it.
Different product. Well, let's do a Harry Potter show. Anyone? No?
I'm good.
I'm in. I'll do it.
But this Wednesday, you might see me on Renovision. For all you Renovision watchers, I think me and Pete are going to try something over there. So
yes, we
see
are.
If we can get something off the ground on Wednesday. Hey, Out of Print is doing a cover for this book, and it's dope. Don't get me wrong, but if you watch the Instagram and you start hearing the song "Nah Nah Nah" to the hell no, it's because they want to sell it to you for like $125 and give you a grocery bag.
Oh, a grocery bag! Yay!
Yay! Awesome.
Same
Nope.
people that gave you socks and a pin are now giving you a grocery tote. So I'm just
Connecting
not
grocery
sure.
totes.
What's that?
Connecting grocery totes.
Well, no, I think it's the
No,
front and back.
Front and back.
Oh, okay.
It's a
But you still need
wraparound.
two.
Not even a connecting grocery tote.
Yeah, you got to buy 2 copies to get the complete
Yeah,
set.
you gotta
of
buy
Christmas.
two.
$200.
I gotta say, it's an awesome cover. It's a beautiful cover. It's amazing. You get the Chancellor and her 2 cats down there. He's using some force field somehow. That's going to be interesting how they work that into it. They're flying dragons and there's ships
I
in
thought this
there.
was the cover to like a Yes album.
Laura
Is it
D
a
somehow has
field
a
or is he-
magical like Thor hammer axe type thing going on
Is it
there.
a force field or is he spinning the lightsaber?
He's spinning his
It looks
lightsaber,
like
I
he's
think.
spinning-
Is he?
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah, it's like the
Okay.
Grievous.
Yeah, I think
It's like the Grievous thing.
But
Yeah.
but the hilt's
But he has a
the same
wrist.
way. The hilt's in one position.
Oh, I thought it was like
But
Jar
if you
Jar's
spin
little
it, how would
shield.
you spin that with the hilt though? Like it's
I have
like a
no
hilt.
idea.
Like,
I'm just telling you
How
that's
would
what it
you
looks
spin it
like.
without the hilt? Like your arm don't bend
Maybe
that
he
way.
uses. Maybe it's like a lightsaber throw in Kotar. He uses the force to spin it. I don't know.
But he holds it in place.
The
Hold it in
sisters
place,
had their hilts. that
okay,
were
so the more I look at the
kind
cover, the more it just sounds ridiculous. And I was out before. I'm really out now. Is anybody in on the out of print?
We're just trying to help you out. Save you some
Absolutely
money.
not. Absolutely not.
I'm just not the toad. You know
I'm
they
gonna
had
have to
that.
go with the. I'm gonna have to go with the non-Dumbledore cover.
Yeah.
I think on that one.
I'm
That
going with the
actually looks
Dumbledore.
like a Rick
I
and
don't-
Morty portal now when you zoom
Which
it out.
actually I like the best anyway. I like the one that.
I can't get behind if you got like a piece of art like that. Give me like a poster or something. Like what the hell?
Yeah,
would
yeah, yeah,
tote
like a
bag-
lithograph. Yeah, like a
Lithograph,
lithograph. of it.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
They are the ones that had that Thrawn case thing that came out, and then you got the book and the whole, like the inside was all blue and everything. It was really cool. And then now they've given us the last two promos they've given us is socks and a pin and a grocery bag tote.
I mean, I'd buy that for $1. I mean, I'm in for $1.
I think it's gonna be like 120,
I got these for
so-
$1 in the Target
Yeah.
aisle.
It's
Yeah,
like
would
the-
you do that for 100 of them?
Ruben,
But you
I
only
get
get
that
one.
it says yes spinning, but the problem with the spinning is it's like the Excalibur hilt on that. Like, how do you spin something that you hold like this and has got like a crossbar across? I don't understand the physics of it.
Forget the crossbar.
just
How would you
buy
spin
it.
it if it didn't have a crossbar? Your wrists still don't do that.
Well, yes, I mean that's a secondary problem. Like, but the first problem is that there's a hilt up. Okay, either way. So who's buying this? Jedi? Did you say you're buying? Dom buys everything.
No,
Dom,
no,
are you-
I was just offering
You know-
a suggestion. If you did like the cover, but you buy it, you get the tote, you sell the tote on eBay for like somebody out there is going to want to hang those totes somewhere side by side in their little
One
whatever,
tote,
and they're
Jedi,
probably
Jedi,
going to pay.
Not two totes. It's
Hey,
one
I
tote.
have
He has one tote.
cut it in half.
people do
Oh.
what people do.
Oh,
I'm
what
getting
he's saying
mine
is
graded.
I get what you're saying. So somebody's gonna buy one
Yeah.
copy of the book with one tote, but they're gonna want the backside, so they're gonna need a secondary tote. See,
You got it.
because
That's
I
$200.
know a guy who's notorious for sleeping on benches outside of casinos. He might be named John also, but he bought the book and then sold the socks and pin so that he got the book for free. So I see what you're saying there. I'm not saying it was Sleepy John, but it definitely was Sleepy John. Okay, so I guess that would be one. Dom, are you in on this or are you out? Dom buys everything.
I know I buy everything, but I might pass on this because the
You're
bags.
down,
My
Dom.
wife will throw the bag away because I have too many bags to begin.
What if there was a tiny Boba Fett on this bag?
Then you're talking. Then if there is, then I'll buy it. If they
Then
get
they
a
got
Boba
you.
Fett book, I get the bag. Yeah, they got me.
Okay, so that's not a great idea. Oh, cool series or not cool series? Do you guys know about this Trail of Shadows? Apparently, it's a detective series.
It's like the
And-
X-Files. Like the X Files.
It's
yeah.
it sounds interesting concept wise. I don't know what I've seen like art of. I'm not super impressed by the art, but
Yeah,
it's not terrible.
I'm like 30%. It's going to be good. 70%.
So
We're going to just be
wait a minute.
struggling.
You
with
said
this.
it's like the X Files.
Yeah, it's an X. They
Yeah.
compared it to an X
They
Files
literally-
type of story.
investigation type thing.
Yeah.
Investigating
okay,
with weird.
Literally called it a detective story in the thing.
Here's what I don't get is like half of the X Files was all about aliens, and I'm pretty sure by this time in this book we already know
You're focusing on the wrong bit.
There really is.
So That's not really going to play well. I don't
You're focusing
know.
on the wrong aspect of the X-Files.
No, yeah. So it's supposed to be like a combination of I think they're usually saying X-Files because of the alien aspect of it. It's supposed to be an investigative detective service that goes to find MIB, maybe, I don't know whatever you want to call it.
The Jedi. There's the Jedi, and then the person in the front is supposed to be a private investigator type person.
Yes,
How that works,
the person
I
in the
don't
front
know.
is coming from the Chancellor.
It's Dakota North
is the
in
Jedi
space.
combo. There's probably gonna be a tension between the two, I would figure, because that's what they like to do with these.
Ruben is right. I'm gonna buy it. So I don't know what I'm gonna get it anyways. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I'm not, but you're gonna get it. So Ruben might too. All right, hey, good to see Ruben. Good to see Stick Boy. Good to see VK. Sam, what's going on? The dog does have a long neck and also shoots fire, so that's really cool. Who else do we have here? I can't go too far up. Shannon, we already said hi to. Wookie, good to see you. And Lewis, yo to you too. All right, Sam, we're getting back into it. Yeah, go. Yes, exactly. Sam's right. Basically doing what most Jedi do, go investigate things. That is 100% correct. That's what the Jedi's going to do. But now he's got a gun-toting girlfriend. So that's the weekend review of Star Wars news and comic books, I guess. It wasn't a bad one. I think comic books were really good this week.
Enjoyed most of them. You just complaining about most of them?
No, the only one I was complaining about was Afra.
You said only Vader was good. The rest was garbage.
Like, wait a minute. I think it was Marco that said they all sucked.
Time out. The problem with it is Weapon of Jedi is not new. It was a novel, and then I've already read it twice now. So, like, it's the third time I'm reading it.
So now we've got Vader and Afra, and you were complaining about Afra for half the time and praising Vader.
Are you guys excited to get Drew Barrymore this week on the cover of War of the Bounty Hunters?
Oh,
Drew Barrymore cosplaying as Dr. Afra?
No, I'm getting 3 copies of it though. So
come on, man!
I'm getting 3 copies of it. He's talking about Dr. Afra that's going to be on Vader for the Pride Week ones. Whatever, man. I like those. I will tell you this, not just on Star Wars, but in general. I like it a lot better than when they were doing like the Stormbreaker or the Hard Artist or whatever they call it. I like when they do. Or Young Art. Remember when they did the Young Guns series?
Oh, Young Guns.
Young Guns.
Wasn't Young Guns at all. But whatever. I like that they're doing this. Like, give us specialty stuff. I don't care what it is. There's a month. Everybody's special, bro. It's cool. So, like, let's put them out.
Just don't let Babs Tar do it. That's all.
Well, that's because you and Babs Tar got a hate
Babs Tar fan.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm just like, hey, I like all the new stuff. Darth Lopez, good to see you, brother. Hey, keep it up, man.
After what she pulled that week with her fans, I can't ever support it. I'm sorry. She screwed up all of her fans at a con. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. She deserves to have me call her out on it every time.
You can't. I mean, hey, listen. If we're gonna call good things out, we gotta call some bad things out too. Anybody's got a good story, they can do it too. We're even with it. Sam, I'm glad you found the show too. Darth Lopez, I gotta say, brother, we need to sit down and talk. It's been too long. All right, what do we have next? What's on the docket? Who's got the docket here?
Pops, right?
Jedi, you don't have the docket?
Not in front of me, but hey, if we're doing pops, turn us loose, man. Let's do it.
All right, get it. This is the
we're doing
this is what I need. I need everybody at the end of the segment. Either this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna give us a thumbs up, or you're gonna go down in the comment section. You're gonna be like, bro. So Jedi is in charge of the show. Jedi, take it away.
I'm running the images. Tell me what to do.
All right. Hey, well, first of all, I want to welcome back Dom Tober. First time Dom was on, I was off the grid and did not get to come on the show. I was really bummed about that, but I enjoyed catching up. I collect Boba Fett. Dom really collects Boba Fett. I'm telling you right now, if collecting Funkos was a college, degree, this guy's majoring in Boba Fett. So I want to let.
Got a doctorate.
If it was making money, I'd be a millionaire.
So I'm gonna let Dom introduce himself real quick. Most people know him, but for those that didn't watch the last show, he is a Funko extraordinary. He is our expert. Then once he says a little bit, we're going to get into the Mandalorian new release of the Mandalorian figures, and then after that, he's going to give us a little training on variants. So, hey, Dom, let us know what you've been up to the last month or so.
Well, the last month I've been collecting. I've been waiting for the Mandalorian pops to actually come out. It took 5 months, and they finally did come out. But collecting and looking for variants and different sticker variants on the boxes. That's what you have to look for. And apparently the sticker variants are what makes the value of these pops go up. And there's certain ones you've shared and you have cons. You want the con stickers. Those are the ones that have the value to it. And those are the ones that look much better in your collections. But if you're a Boba Fett fan, like me and you, Jedi, we'll just collect all the Boba Fetts no matter what.
So I remember when I was watching the last episode, you said something that struck home with me, that you're not one of those. Your time is money, basically, and you're willing to spend a little more to go out and buy these things, buy your Boba Fetts and whatnot online, instead of rolling the dice at some of the cons. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. That kind of thing. That struck home with me because I'm the same way.
You know, look, I love the thrill of going out to a con, but I'm older now. The cons are kind of like, I don't want to go. I don't want to deal with all the hassle. So, like if it's the San Diego con, for instance, and they have something there, you buy something offline, and it actually makes sense with value-wise, because you think about the plane ticket, the hotel stay, the waiting on the line, the ticket for the con, and all those other things that come just to get something. That's $15. So you buy it straight out, like they say, for $300. You're actually saving money because you're getting it. The value is going to shoot up, and you didn't have to deal with all the hassle of getting the pops. And it makes it easier.
Yep, I agree. I'm the same way. I know there's some people that may not agree with that, and more power to them if they love the thrill of the hunt and getting out there and and hey, go for it. It's just not me. All right, we're going to get into, for the purpose of time, because we want to get this, and then, like I said, he's going to give us some training on variants at the end. We're going to get into the Mandalorian Season 2 release. This is a couple of the releases. Here's all of them thrown onto a slide. Let's get to the first one. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about it. Feel free to chime in if you got some comments on it. And then at the end, before we go to the next one, we're going to say, hey, if we had this thing, would we put it in our throne room, or are we going to put it in our trash compactor? What do we think about it? So, Dom, you start us off on this one, and then we'll just kind of, if anybody has a comment, let us hear it.
All right, this is this one is an exclusive. This is the Target exclusive variant, the squid, the soup squid, that in the episode when he was eaten. This one, look, they're gonna come out with many Grogu's and many the child, because that's the moneymaker. If you're a completist, you'll get them all. This one, it's kind of funny. I actually want to get this one because was a funny scene, but there are people out there that say enough with the child already, because there are too many of them. There's about 10, maybe almost 15 of them already, bigger, give or take. If you collect the stickers, you're gonna have about 15 definitely. But this one is a keeper. Because I like the moment and like the scene. I thought it was funny, and it reminds me of.
Okay, you said something that I didn't know just from going through the StarWars.com. Maybe I just didn't read it. I'm a picture guy. But so yeah, this is only available. This is a Target exclusive, which explains to me why when I was on Amazon, I did not see this one, right?
Yes. Amazon is the Ahsoka with the hood. That's the one that's on Amazon.
Wait, so Dom, can I ask you a question? Because a lot of us do Black Series too. This is a lot like Black Series, where you get one Target exclusive, one Walmart exclusive, one GameStop exclusive, and you can't get any of them because everybody's buying them and stuff like that, or they don't show up. Was that a yes?
Yeah. Yes. There's different exclusives to different places, and Walmart and Target are the worst when it comes to any exclusive. You know, if you don't act fast and get them, you're going to be left out, and you have to wait. They'll restock eventually, but the secondary market, they'll jack it up 10, 15, $20 just to get something that's $8. So, and with Funko, there's a lot of Funko fanatics out there that are definitely, and especially Star Wars, they'll go for them and they'll buy a few and then jack up the prices. And once it sells out, I would wait. The exclusives come back. It's the con exclusives you want to get right away. The store exclusives, you'll get them. They'll come back. If you miss out, they'll be back.
All right, so what do you guys have? Dom, what are you on this one? Are you throne room or trash compactor? I know you're going to buy it, but you're throne room?
Throne room,
Jedi,
I
what
like
are
it.
you?
Now I'm a trash compactor. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, besides Hartman, Sports Cars, everybody else, Lopez, Lewis, what's up, Lewis, and Ruben are all. Ruben thinks it's hilarious, but at the same point,
It is funny. It is funny, and we'll get to some of the others. I was going to, but people love to see Grogu either eating or really eating, which we'll get to. It just seems like they can't get enough of this kid putting stuff in his mouth. But
I like the alien reference here, though. I kind of dig that. It's definitely better than the next one. I could care less about the next one that we got coming.
as far as Grogu figures go, I like it. I'm not a Grogu guy. I'm not collecting Grogu.
I hear you.
There's just too many. Too many.
Very, very true. I'm just saying, out of the three, because like to your point, we got 3 Grogus coming. If I had to pick one of the 3, I'm probably putting this one in the throne room just because I can make an aliens reference. Whereas if we're going to move on to the next one, are we ready to move to the next one?
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Yep.
I don't care about him having a butterfly. I'm just saying.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Yeah. This one I can see. So, Dom, is there anything special about this one? Is it an exclusive or anything that we need to know about?
I believe this is the regular one because the other one that they have with the cookies. No, they have, but it's just it's a funny part. It was a nice scene, but this one definitely. If I get it, I'll get it on clearance.
So
somebody's going to buy it. Somebody, if people collect people blowing bubbles, then somebody collects butterflies. I guarantee you. So
that's honestly out of all of them the one that I would get because
shout out Steve Horn.
My mom collected butterflies, and since she passed away, I got all of her butterfly stuff, and so that's probably the one I would get out of all of them. For my mom.
But that's different. That's personal for you, though. That makes sense.
Well, that's still, but it's still for our purposes.
Here you go.
We got one for butterfly.
Ruben's got it. I wasn't going to say it, so I'm going to do it through a comment here, through a fan. Ruben says, "Trash for me, throne for my wife." That's what I see happening.
Yeah. I agree. Ruben nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was up to my wife.
But I would say the next one though could be a throne for both.
Yeah, but Dom, that's because you got a million things there. She just doesn't want one more.
I know.
Yeah. All right.
So this is the one you said. This is Walmart.
That's a Walmart.
Okay.
Macaroons.
Trash.
People love watching Grogu eat. I mean, it's
not about him eating. He stole the cookies. He straight up punked that kid in the class and took his cookies.
That's what I was on top of.
Exactly. But listen, if they're going to make Grogu with cookies, make it when he throws up. I'll take that one. That was the funny moment.
He's got crumbs on his collar. Pretend that's vomit.
No,
yeah.
He wants projectile.
Hey, I was like, I was with everything that. No, let's get rid of this. Let's put it into the trash compactor. But then Pete reminded me that he pretty much just went like, "Those are mine now. Give me the macaroons." So I went Darth Lopez on this one. Like that's throne room for me, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
I've always been curious. As to what flavor of macaroon that is. Is that blue milk macaroon?
Blue milk flavor, which is sugar and sugar.
It's kind of funny.
You don't need to dip it.
Somebody made the cookies $50 like a 24 of them that some store had the macaroons and made money off it.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Made a ton of money.
I thought they gave you.
Am
I not correct? But I thought because of when that show came out and what type, how the world was at the time, that weren't they on StarWars.com giving away the recipes for some of this stuff? Like, this is how you make Grogu cookies.
Yeah, there was a company that had them all packaged nice.
Yeah. Oh, like in
Star
the
Wars
silver
logos and stuff. Yeah, I remember that too. It was like Sur La Table or whatever the hell that.
Oh, Sur La Table. Yeah,
something like that. One of those fancy places like that had them.
Not
well, cookies aside.
Dope.
We've had enough Grogu.
Enough Grogu. Yeah. Let's go to the next one.
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, what do we think?
Oh. Dark Trooper.
Why is his arm so small?
Yeah, it's a Funko Pop.
They all have small arms.
Listen, when they make the Jabba the Hutt, the the hut that's buff. That'd be
The buff, yeah, give it the
They'll
big
just-
arm.
just
Yeah,
get
they
all
make
arms.
two Goku you can get for the gun.
yeah.
Little tiny head and huge arms.
You know, I have a thing for troopers. You know, I kind of like the troopers. I'll probably get this throne room because I like it. I wish they would have made a metallic. Excuse me. Well,
Metallic version of this. So they make metallic versions
Yeah.
of some of these things. This is what we're saying.
Yeah.
So this could be. Could they make this like shiny? Like, could they give it a little bit like it's gonna be? You know, like how they do with black figures where it's chromium or whatever.
They did it with They did it with Mando Beskar. There's a chrome version of that.
Yeah, Mando.
Well, they
Beskar.
even made like the flock, the fuzzy, like Chewbacca. Like they can do all kinds of textures.
Dude, could you
Yeah, I
imagine if
think
the
that
eyes
if,
of this actually glowed? That'd be kind of dope.
Oh yeah.
That would be
I think
amazing.
that we're gonna. Tom will probably talk about it when we get to variants, but I think if this thing sells well, we're gonna see different variants come out. Your chromes, your
Definitely.
different rank. You know. So
What if they did something like a
I-
glow in the dark eye with this, where like when you when you put it in front of the light a little bit, and then all of a sudden at nighttime, just the red glow of the eye comes out, and they shimmer it, and then it's like a shimmering black, so you'll see the red shimmering out. I'd buy that. I'd put that.
like a
big
creepy
is
clown
it?
in the corner.
yeah.
Is this one of the large
Definitely on
ones?
that.
I think
Solo, get in the boardroom and tell them all about
it
this.
looks normal size.
Nice.
Is it normal size? Because that
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't tell. Because it
looks normal
almost kind of
size.
looks like one of the big ones, like the Boba Fett's that they did that were so huge.
Well, that's just because he looks like Dark Helmet. Because again, the heads are big.
Yeah, this one I'm sure it's normal size. I've seen this one on Amazon when I was just kind of browsing through. I think they're asking like $11 or $12 for this one, so it
Oh,
can't be
Lewis,
the
that's a
big one.
brilliant idea. Can we
I
have
like
one
that
with the
idea.
head crushing in and just like that'd be all right? Yeah. Head
That
crushing.
actually.
So
be cool.
you're-
I was wishing that-
Yeah, you're kind of. I was going to bring this again. One of those things I was going to bring up later, but one of the big omissions, and people will see when we get to the end of this, the biggest omission of snub, if you will, is there's no Luke
Yeah.
Funko in this. In this,
Ooh, true.
yes,
Well, there is Luke in the funk. They have a lot of Lukes already, but they don't have.
right. For the Mandalorian release, though.
They don't have the deep
Yeah.
fake Luke. Okay.
Not yet.
That Luke's more or less Return of the Jedi Luke, though. Isn't
Yeah.
it? In a way.
You know, I have it someplace.
Yeah,
on
but
my
still,
hand,
you throw like Dom said,
No,
it's all about the packaging.
No.
right? So-
No. Slow down. Return of the Jedi Luke is the best Luke there is. The deep fake Luke is just something they threw out there for suckers, okay? So that they could go on the internet and do these fake cry videos.
Hey, I
It's right
cried.
right there.
I feel like I opened a can of worms there.
Look,
Yeah,
that Luke.
I knew this was going
actually
to happen.
better.
That's why I
Excuse me,
said.
that Luke was actually better than the holiday special Luke, and that was really Luke.
Oh yeah, holiday special Luke's something else too. Yeah.
Let's not linger then. Let's not linger on Luke. Let's
There
move
you
on
go.
then.
Okay.
We're
So
going
this
on.
is just a regular figure here, right? They might do some
right,
variants
common.
later on.
It's a common, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Colin. So
But what I was going to, before we move on,
Oh,
though,
damn.
I hate to do this, but what I was thinking is that what I would like to see them do with a Luke is one of those movie scene, slightly bigger ones. You know what I'm talking about, where they have like
Yes.
they kind of pose them in movie figures and have a Luke crushing one of these things in like one of those movie scene Funko
The
releases.
movie
I
moment.
thought that would be
The
cool.
movie moment they
That's
have,
what,
or the TV.
Yeah,
moment,
movie moments.
which would be
Close to that. Lewis, you and Lewis are like on the same brain path here.
See,
Oh,
I
that's
just
Luke's a smart guy.
I just want the
Yeah.
Luke where he's coming
what
in,
you
and
do.
then like 4 of the fanboys sitting there crying when he comes in. Like all in Funko. There's the
You want a
set I
five-pack?
want.
That can
Oh,
be in
yeah.
the back of the packaging. You can have
Yeah, that'd be great.
That could be a con exclusive. Who knows?
There you go.
We got to keep rolling.
that. All right, let's go.
This is
No.
the chase of Bo-Katan. That there's going to be a chase figure, so it's like 1 in every 6.
Yep, I did not see this one on Amazon. So yep.
Yeah. So with the commons, it'll be mixed in there, and if you get it, they actually had bundle packs where they're selling both of them together for like $34, and you get both in a couple of different.
Well, let's show. So this way people can have an idea. Let's show. I guess this is the common then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this way everybody gets an idea, and we don't have to wait till the next one to get to it.
Really? So the worst one's the chase. The one that looks like she's about to go to the workout in the 80s is the worst out of the two. That's the
Actually,
worst
Nothing
one.
wrong
That's
with a
the
good
chase.
headband.
I actually like it.
Well, that's
It
what they
actually looks
usually
like it.
do, right? They did the same thing for Avengers Funkos. A lot of times, the chase figures were the ones with when the Avengers did not have their mask on, or like Ant-Man or whatever.
Okay,
The chase figures
look,
was always without the
It's
mask.
super similar to Sabine's pop too.
Well,
I just
Even
this,
the pose.
But this is the question I get, like as a layman person in the pop worlds, right? Like,
yeah.
if you show that other picture first, if you tell me
yeah.
Star Wars fan, I'm a pretty decent Star Wars fan, right? I'm a mediocre guy. I know a little bit about the old Star Wars. This is the one. These two. This is the one I'm going to want. This is cool. Go back to the other one. We're sweating with the '80s. Richard Simmons here. I'm not.
Well,
this is not it, dude. This is.
Well,
is this
think
a-
of it this way then. Would you
But-
rather
hold
placate
on,
to
Pete.
have the masses have more options to get the one with the helmet, and those collectors chase the one you don't like?
Right. I like that, but my question to the collectors is this it's an art question. In your eye, is this more appealing than the common? That's what I'm kind of trying to get at.
So look, they
long
have
fucking
another
thing.
common for the Clone Wars that came out. This is the common.
Okay, let me
and it
put them
has-
up. Hold on. You gotta watch me try to mess
While
this
you
all up
figure
now.
that out, I'm going to say I may have shaved off my COVID hair, but I can appreciate a good headband because that
Yeah.
really came
There
in
you go.
handy when your hair's
See,
long.
this is the common for the Clone Wars.
Oh, that's cool.
Bo-Katan
I like
when it
that.
came out,
Okay.
I like that.
and so they're just breaking another one. They're trying to make money, and if you're a completionist, of course, you're going to want to buy it.
Okay.
Double dipping. The double
Okay,
dipping with giving you.
Oh, that's why, because the good one they've already sent out. So now they're giving you this.
Yeah.
This thing. Okay. All right. But which one? My question still stands. Is it this one or this one? Which one? If it wasn't a chase, which one do you think's better?
Oh, the helmet, of course.
Okay,
Yeah, the
all right,
helmet.
all right.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
trying to
agree.
understand in my head.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Helmet
Okay.
throne room. The other one probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
try to sell it because it's the chase.
Right.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I would probably try to sell it if it were me.
But
Listen,
your
when they make-
completionists are going to want them side by side.
Exactly.
I'm
You're gonna
sorry,
wanna buy-
Stick Boy.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, everybody. Real correction, real quickly. It was not us. It was actually she does Jane's Fonda workout. Okay, all right.
Now
there we
Olivia Newton-John.
go. All right. So what else do we got?
Let's go to the next one.
The next one. All right. Next up, we got Ahsoka.
There we go. All
There we
right,
go. I
Mike.
like that one.
Let's go.
Now, yeah.
Mike, I know Mike said he had nothing to say about Pops, but I don't believe it when it comes to Ahsoka. So.
Ahsoka pops are good.
You are right. You are absolutely right. I like this one. I mean, I like this one, but I of course like the other one that you're going to show in a bit.
The hooded.
But the hooded is incredible. But this one's good. I like the armored version better. The sort of what I guess that would be Clone Wars Season 7 version that they did with the dual sabers. So if I was choosing between one or the other, but if we're going Rosario Dawson version, this is cool, and I'll buy this because I'm a sucker.
I've already pre-ordered this one, so I'm throne room on this one.
So did
Yeah,
I.
this is throne room.
Throne room.
Yeah. So Dom, is one of these two a chase while the other is the common?
Well, no, this is a common, and the other one's an exclusive for Amazon.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this one's the
with the hood.
common.
That's the common.
This
that's
is the
the
exclusive.
Amazon. Yeah, that's the exclusive.
Yeah,
Which
and
I
this
like a
one
lot.
for those that are interested, and I just because I was on Amazon kind of looking at these, this one is about $4 or $5 more on Amazon than the common one,
In this one.
than that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, for those that are
Well,
interested in
well,
shopping.
also on Amazon, it keeps going in and out of online because it keeps selling out. So just keep checking. If anybody wants to check, keep checking, and it'll come up. Don't pay secondary prices; you'll get it.
That said, like I like the one reverse grip that she has on this one. Like she's got one standard and one reverse grip, and then she's crisscross applesauce on this one.
Well, because in the show, in The Mandalorian, that's actually the way she holds him at most
Yeah,
of the
that
show.
was a scene, right? That was
Yeah. She does do a reverse grip for a second or two, but there's a lot of not reverse grip in the show.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they were going with.
Well, look, both the throne room for me. I like Ahsoka,
Yep.
so I think she's going to fit my collection perfectly with my 6 other Ahsokas I have, Rebels and Clone Wars.
Same.
well, so I like I said, I pre-ordered this one. I did not pre-order the other one because I did not know. So thank you, Dom, that it was an exclusive, and we know how important those stickers are, right? So
Yep.
yeah, I'll probably
It's going to have an
go on
Amazon
there and
sticker
try to
on it,
grab
which
one.
it's not the best looking sticker, but it is an Amazon sticker. But and they also have an overseas sticker that will come with this, a special edition. Let me find something with the have something like this. This type of sticker will be for the overseas.
Oh yeah.
Hold on,
Special
we'll bring it
edition.
up. Okay.
So
Interesting.
it's a pretty generic sticker, but it's all right.
So we'll have multiple stickers? Interesting.
Yeah, because they have one from overseas too. So they'll have the stickers from the States, and then overseas they'll have their version. So completionists like me, look at the Boba Fett's, all the stickers. It's like the variant, the vintage collection with all the variants.
You needed to pick like a lesser, popular character to be a completionist on. Like, I'll be a Lobot completionist because there's probably like 2.
Look, let me tell you something. I wish it was Lobot, but there is many versions of Lobot because of all the Star Wars. With all the times they re-released everything, there's versions from Canada, versions from UK. There is so many different versions. Period. With all the figures. So, yeah, Boba Fett happens to be one of the most sought-after character. Everybody loves him, and everybody collects him. And I fell into that deep rabbit hole.
I got you. Well, I think we're all on board with Ahsoka, but I think we got like what, one more?
There's
Maybe
two more.
2 more.
Yes, Din Djarin
Dude,
without
really?
the helmet.
Okay.
What?
I give him the pirate mustache. What are we doing here?
Well, they need it because it is a big moment in The Mandalorian where he's saying goodbye to Grogu, and he showed Grogu.
His name is Inigo Montoya.
Yeah, I mean, he killed somebody's father, prepared to die.
Hey.
All right. So is this a keeper, or is this a throne room, or is this is this exclusive or no?
No, that's a common. That one's a common.
You make fun of this, but this face, as Pop Funko is probably better than the Black Series where his helmet comes off.
Oh yeah.
Smash face. Yeah.
All right.
No, you're right. Yes, you are right.
It's funny with the Funko Pops. They sometimes hit it on the nose with the sculpts of the faces, even though it's just a simple thing with little black eyes, a little thing, no mouth.
Yeah, it's like it's a cartoon, almost a caricature. It's like it's instantly recognizable. You don't have to read the box to know. I know who that is.
Definitely.
Which is weird.
But this is the throne room for me. I'll get it because this is what I've been waiting for this version to come out. Yeah.
No, this one's going to be trash for me. I'm not in with this one.
Anyone else?
Anyone else? All right.
I'm all out.
Let's go to the one that's obvious, right? Is it the next one?
But the trashiest one of all? The biggest trash one of all?
Oh, this. Let me. I'll start. Even though I'm being rude to Dom here because he is the Boba Fett extraordinaire. This to me, and I haven't seen as many as you. I know. To me, this is the best Boba Fett pop that I think I've seen.
Well,
just because of the helmet, or you really like the swishy pants?
The helmet,
you like
the
that
detail. I mean, if you compare the 2 pictures, which I chose that picture kind of on purpose, the belt, the little skirt. I mean, it's just I thought it was pretty good.
Dad bod Boba, which was awesome. Yeah. But
I'll give it to him.
Listen, I'll give you that. You know why? You know why I'll take this over the other Bobas? I love all the other Bobas. This is the first Boba Fett to come out after Return of the Jedi. This is a brand new Boba Fett. So
this is badass Boba.
It is. And all the other Fetts that came out were all The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. This is after. So this is brand new. I actually like the scope. I like the look. And for a fact, when the Book of Boba Fett comes out, he already got a shine. He cleaned his armor up. He's going to have a new armor. And in the War of the Bounty Hunters, he has the black armor for that split second. I wouldn't be surprised he gets black armor in the series somewhere down the road.
Well, that's because Raylan Givens didn't take care of his stuff when he was wearing it. Look at it.
I know. But
yeah, I mean, I like. What's up, Rafi? But I like the fact to keep the dent in there. I hear there's a lot of guys out there that are trying to pull the dent out, and I think it's very important that they exemplify the dent because that still gives us the hope that there will be a Cad Bane.
Yes,
Boba
coming
Fett
soon.
showdown.
Yes. You saw that scene, you want it.
That is
Definitely.
what you want.
But you know what makes me laugh? If Cad Bane put the dent in the helmet, it's Beskar. So Beskar, everything bounces off, you would think. And he has Beskar armor.
You know what? I will give you the same answer that I gave Jedi 3 weeks ago when he was asking about the rankings of Grand Moff Tarkin and Grand Admiral Thrawn. It's Star Wars, bro.
Yes.
The Beskar bullet.
Star Wars, bro.
There you go. You're right. It's like Kryptonite to Superman. There you go.
Yeah.
Isn't Boba's armor originally Durasteel?
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was Durasteel.
Yeah, it is.
They
No.
retconned it.
Well, they retconned that, I
They
thought. Right?
retconned to it's Django's, it's Dad's armor. So now they changed it, and in the comic book too.
The armor is, but the helmet still might be because they don't. Is the helmet's still going to be?
Yeah.
The armor is going to be Durasteel, but the helmet's going to be, Beskar, right?
Okay, that's hey, I'm going to jump in. That's a rabbit hole. Do we really want to go down?
Yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah,
I think what we need to know is, are they going to make a chain code version where he's showing, hey, this is my armor?
I want the Nomad version. I want him in the Tusken Raider Nomad version, and that will definitely be a con exclusive, guaranteed, coming up in San Diego Con. And this is a keeper, and any other one that comes out is a keeper. Throne room.
Mike, what is
definitely throne room?
See, this is the conversation nobody wants to hear, and this is why I got JJ and Mike here, because now I'm kind of debating, like with the original Legacy. So if it's a paint over job, wouldn't it make the helmet that fell off was originally his dad's, which would still be Beskar? So then the inside armor, we don't have to get into it. But maybe
we
we
don't
don't
get into
about
it.
later.
Well, listen,
But
I think the helmet was his, and the armor was his dad's. I think.
Well, no, because how would he get the armor? Okay,
Yeah, he got the helmet, right? The head was
he got the
still
helmet
on it.
because he was holding it after Mace Windu cut it off.
With the head inside.
Yeah, he just he had
But
to.
I don't know. The head came out. There was a shadow when the head got cut off. You see a shadow. So who knows? But
The head rolled out. Yeah.
The head rolled out.
But, yeah. So you just cleaned the blood out. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
So the next slide. I think we're done with the releases. If we have time, I'll default to Marco whether we got time for this. He's a clock keeper. But initially, what we wanted, we had talked about behind the scenes when I found out that Dom was coming back on, is I was like, hey, let's show Dom some of our that we personally own Funkos, and let's see what he says about them, because most of us don't know anything about them. We probably got them, if you're like me, you got them as a gift or something. I don't buy them usually. And then what I found out from my fellow Dark Side crews is they don't have any Funkos. I think Marco's got one. It's a Saga Lion Cat or something like that, right?
You know what? I'm gonna give everybody Funkos for having me on the show. Give everybody Funkos so everybody can start their rabbit hole.
I do.
When I was chatting with Dom last week, we were kind of preparing for what we'd be talking about. I said, hey, this is kind of what so what Dom, he's like, hey, that's a variant of the 297. Where are we at? Yeah, that's a variant of the 297. It's the same one that's in the slide. Pete can bring back up. And he goes, there's different variants. I started looking, and of course he's right. There's different variants that come from different cons or whatever. So Dom, tell us about variants. Obviously, we're going to be focusing probably on Boba Fett, but you got C-3PO variants, et cetera, et cetera. Tell us about the variants a little bit, if you would.
All right. The variants, they come in like the stickers. So what they do is they'll have a sticker that is for the con, exclusive to the con, but also 9 out of 10 times they'll have a shared sticker for like Amazon or Target, and they'll have that so people can get it because everybody can't go to a con. So I'm going to show you an example. This is the green chrome from Emerald City Comic Con a couple years back, and that's the
keep that up while they do their magic, their production magic. Now bring Dom up if you will. There you go.
Now you see the sticker for the San Diego Con, but actually this one's San Diego Con. Excuse me, San Diego Con. This was the sticker that they had. So then they came out with this sticker, which was a shared sticker, and this was actually Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. And this came out, so they had two different versions, two different stickers. But also, at Celebration, they had a blue chrome was actually numbered 2,500 pieces, and it's a blue chrome, and it has the celebration sticker. There's so far the three chromes that they do have, and the yellow one, the gold one that came out, that was Amazon, and it's also came out the celebration too, but there was no special sticker. It was just the same sticker they had at the show and on Amazon. So they got lazy with that sticker.
So are any of these limited productions? I mean, like you said, the one was a serial numbered or something, right? Are the others limited?
Well, the blue one is actually limited because it's 2,500 pieces. That's it. There's only 2,500 pieces for this version to come out, and it was only issued at the celebration. You could only get it there.
Because you said something when we were chatting. You told me, and I don't know if I understood it, but when I showed you the gold one, you said that every once in a while they'll refill them. Now, what do you mean by that? Does that?
Oh, they'll restock them. Like they'll sell out.
So the company will restock them.
Restock, like Amazon.
They don't make more; they just restock them.
They'll restock them. Whatever's in the warehouse, they'll bring them out. So it could be a year from now. All of a sudden, they'll get a restock. So people will complain, like, "Oh, the value went up. Now the value got down because they brought more out." And
they're all the 297.
Yeah,
number.
all the 297. They all have that. And now the newest one that came out with a vintage color for May the 4th. They had like a vintage color version of Boba Fett, which is a really cool. Well, yeah, that's the vintage, and it's $297.
That looks a lot like the Revan.
So
a bit, yeah.
And it's pretty cool. And it's the overseas sticker. So apparently, the sticker that's coming out for this one is a Bait exclusive. There's a company called Bait, and they had like a little lotto, and if you got picked, you were able to purchase some of their pops.
So I know you said you don't deal with the cons so much. I mean, obviously you probably go to cons. But you don't really deal with the hassle of trying to get the exclusives so much at the cons. Do you go shopping? Do you go to GameStop and Hot Topic? Are you like the old man in Hot Topic like I am when I go in there?
Yes, I am.
Creepy old man looking around.
When I go to Hot Topic, it's like when I go with my wife. We go up to Jersey every Saturday, like every once in a while on a Saturday. We'll go up there and we'll stop in one of the malls, and I'll go in Hot Topic and I'll look around and I'll look at shirts, and I'm always trying to buy a new shirt when I see a Boba Fett shirt or a Star Wars shirt. But the Funko Pops, I'll just look around, and I do feel that I'm much older than the crowd that actually. But to be surprised, there are many people out there that actually collect. They're crazier and older. There's older crowds.
There are always people in there looking at the Funkos. Always.
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 It's the nostalgia of what we collected when we were kids, and what they make. They bring back our childhood, and that's why we buy them. That's why some of us buy them. Not many people do buy them. And like I said, the last time I was on the show, I did not like them. My first pop with Boba Fett, I bought it, and that put me down the rabbit hole. But I didn't like them in the beginning because they weren't appealing. But then once I bought one, it became plastic crack, and that was it.
No, Ruben, you're not the only creepy old man at Hot Topic. There's a lot of us. Hey, okay, last thing.
They don't sell pops at Victoria's Secret? I go in there all the time.
It's in the lingerie section, man. The lingerie section. You got to go in the back.
Yeah. Not in the dressing rooms? Always not in the dressing room.
Too much information. Hey, Dom. Right. Before we move on, you said when we were doing the show and tell or the presents, whatever I can't remember what we called it now. You said you had something that you're going to hold for this segment. What is it?
Okay, so I posted it, but this was the latest Boba Fett that I did get. This one, if you see the stickers, it has a retro sticker and May the 4th. And what's special about this pop is apparently only 6 of these were made. They were display pieces for May the 4th, and they had
what?
2.
Only 6?
Only 6. And 2 of them were on eBay. And what happened was one of them, I missed the first one, and I was able to get the second one. I wasn't letting the second one go by. And
so I'm not gonna. Yes. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Yeah. But what's it going for?
A lot.
A lot.
Okay, got it.
His wife's in the background. He doesn't want her to sell while he's at work.
For a
That's
lot.
what's happening. That's what's happening right
My
now.
wife. No, but anyway.
Okay, follow him on IG. And he'll...
Moving on.
What?
It was free.
But,
He
yeah.
traded for it.
Exactly. I traded. But
They paid me to take it.
Right.
I'm going to tell you one thing.
Matthew's
All
got
kidding
it.
aside, the crazy thing about this, when you watch the last couple of seconds, it went from one thing dramatically to another thing. And I was
That
like,
happens.
nah.
Hey, brother,
I'm not
congratulations.
And
Congratulations.
Snipe sights are in full
I'm
effect.
happy. So it's pretty much of a grail. And like I said, I don't know how true the whole story is with the 1 of 6, but if it is, I have one and I'm happy about it. And it fits perfectly in the collection.
Great. No, congratulations. That's a
Thank you.
yeah. Hey, okay, so we're going to wrap up that segment. We're going to go to the next segment that I'm not in charge of. I don't think, am I? And Marco, what do we got? Thanks, Dom.
Good job. Good section.
You're welcome very much. And thank you again for having me on.
No, Dom, you can stay with
Stick
us
around.
too. Hey,
We're not done.
the next section, you are actually also.
Yeah,
in
you're not
charge
may not
of.
be in charge. but-
You're not really in
No.
charge of the next
You're
section,
a big
but
part of it.
the next section for everybody that hasn't been following the last couple of weeks is the pain of a section. Jedi's taking over the show again with Jedi and Solo Wookiee and Tales from Dark Side presents Star Wars dad jokes with Jedi and Wookiee.
Just let it wash over you. Just read it and let it wash over you.
All right, who wants to do this with me? Why can't you email a photo to a Jedi?
Why?
I don't know. Why can't you?
Why can't you?
Because attachments are forbidden. Okay, there you go.
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
All right. Yeah, we're not going to get, another Pokemon section. All right. So, what do we got for dad jokes this week? Solo, Wookiee, and Jedi, take it away. What do you got?
Okay, I think I go first this week, right? All right.
Yeah,
so
go for it.
what do you call... I can't even get through this without laughing. Hang on.
That means it's good.
Depends on your perspective of good. Okay. What do you call a rebel princess who only shops at Whole Foods?
I don't know. What do you call a rebel princess that only shops at Whole Foods?
Princess Leia Organic.
Oh,
Oh, God.
I'm glad I didn't say anything because I probably would have.
All right.
Oh, man.
That's pretty good.
No.
No, it's not.
How did Darth Vader know what Luke was getting for his birthday? He felt his presence.
Oh,
Oh.
I kind of like that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Wookiee gets all the good ones. I don't know how he does it.
That's a good one.
All right. I'm always second. All right. Hey, my last one. How do Tusken Raiders cheat on their taxes?
I don't know. How do Tusken Raiders cheat on their taxes?
They always single file to hide their numbers.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
Hey,
That's good.
That one was actually
Oh,
pretty
boy.
good. I'll give it
That's
to you.
good.
All right.
Yeah, that was not bad. All right.
That was good. That was classic.
I can't believe you guys keep laughing at these.
You're laughing
They're
too.
off the wall.
Come on, man.
That one was good. That one was
That
good.
was good.
How do you unlock doors on Kashyyyk?
How do you unlock
Oh.
doors?
You use the W keys.
No,
You should have closed
No,
with the
man.
other one. Solo.
no. Can I remove Wookiee from the chat?
And on
Okay,
that
well, that's all
sour
they're going to let
note,
us do.
Jedi, you're the
Closed with
winner.
presents.
The Tuscan, definitely.
It's about
no
time
doubt.
I won
That
one.
was
Wookiee's a
funny.
No
tough,
doubt.
tough one to beat.
that was really good. On that sour note, what's our next segment? It's a
Uh,
trap.
Are on
Hey,
a trap.
JJ, are we ready?
That's a trap.
It's a trap. We'll see if JJ's internet
We're
will
ready.
hold up or if it's a trap. Okay. Share
That might be a trap.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Share screen. Don't worry, I'll cover it if you. All right. So let's go into this one. the moment everybody's been waiting for. You got it?
Yes. Yes, you're good.
No, does
I'm
he
still
have it?
crying a little
I
bit.
can't see it.
All right.
Well,
We're
we
doing the. All right, I'll run through it. So the question today for It's a Trap is this: Star Wars, Luke Skywalker,
Sorry.
A Tale of Love and Lightsabers. Can you see it?
Yep.
Very good. So as we all know, Mary Jade used to be in Legacy was Luke Skywalker's.
Mary Jane. When you say
Mara Jade.
Mara Jade.
Oh, God.
Mary Jane.
Yeah.
It's the holiday weekend. That's all I'm gonna say.
Luke Spider-Man Walker.
Yeah, is the ex-wife in Legacy or Legends and baby's mama's mamas of Luke Skywalker. However, the question is Fernie the new girlfriend in canon and is she future wife material? For those people, that links into the comic book that we read, the Weapon of the
Smuggler
Jedi.
one.
Weapon of the Jedi. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You got this?
Yeah, I got it. I can see it now. So Farnay is basically, as we went over at the beginning of the show, there was the Weapon of a Jedi comic where Luke crash landed his Y-wing, and when he crash landed his Y-wing, he met actually her father, who is Kenneth, who was the big devil-looking Darvaranian that you saw in the comic preview or review, and we did that. But anyways, so Luke figures out there's a Jedi temple on the planet that he had a vision of. Farnay is originally offers to take him through that temple as a guide. Luke decides Sarko Plank made a better offer. He decides to go with Sarko Plank. She warns him Sarko Plank's kind of a dick, and he's going to probably betray him. Luke kind of ignores that warning, still goes. Ends up the Empire shows up. They discover that that's where they shot down the pilot who had the Y-wing. They don't know it's Luke, by the way, at that point. But so they actually take Farnay hostage when her and her dad are working on that Y-wing, and Luke has to team up with Sarko, and they do end up rescuing her. But of course, Sarko ends up betraying Luke and trying to kill him, figuring out that he's a rebel, and basically they team up. They kill Sarko, or well, I don't know if they kill him. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, how could they kill him? Looks like he's hiding behind a rock.
They don't kill. No.
They don't kill Sarko.
They don't kill Sarko.
They kill the Imperials.
Yeah, they kill the Imperials. Yes.
And then they do defeat Sarko.
They do.
And then so basically,
spoiler
the point
alert.
of the story. Yeah. This is gonna spoil the story for everybody. Sorry, it's really not a spoiler because the book has been out. The novel that it's based on has been out for like 5 years. So
yes,
just saying. Anyways, so they end up taking. Luke ends up leaving after that, but he actually comes back after the Battle of Endor to visit with Farnay and go through the temple that he never really got a chance to go through that much in the first place. So
also too, you're short selling it a little bit. Like in the book, it's a reference by C-3PO, if I recall correctly, and it's kind of a reference like he's going back, and they kind of play the double entendre almost of is he going back to see the temple?
Well,
or is he going back to see Farnay?
He
Like
wanted to take the vacation he meant to take and see the temple.
And even though they
ride the rides,
and they don't know her very well, or each other very well, obviously at the start of the story. But as you can see in this panel, and then also later on, she kind of protects Luke, and Luke protects her later in the thing, obviously by rescuing her. So, there's definitely it doesn't really tell you that there's anything going on there, but there's definitely enough there to read into.
But also in the German version of it, and you kind of see it. There's one thing where you see Luke do in the last book, the weapons. He kind of does the turnaround, bite his lip while he turns back to look at her. In the German version, there is a little bit of back and forth play.
Isn't that what she would have done? Because I don't know many guys doing the biting their lip thing.
Have you seen the holiday special with Luke Skywalker? That's a dude that bites his lip, bro.
Yeah, and also remember, this is young Luke Skywalker. Yeah. This is before Return of the Jedi and all that. I think he'd probably be like, 18 or 19-ish, maybe age-wise. So he's not old at this point.
Either way, so this is her appearance is very good.
Yep. Yeah. So you got the obviously the novel we were talking about. The junior novel was the first thing that she showed up in. The magazine or Magazin, or however you would say it in German, I don't really know, is actually her first comic appearance for Farnay. And then you had the trade paperback that Marco talked about a little bit earlier, which collects all 4 parts. It's about 80 pages total. And then this last week on Wednesday, you had the first U.S. comic appearance of Farnay in Weapon of a Jedi #1.
Very good. So this is the one thing that I will, the one part that I will debate this about before we take our. Oh well, here we go. You're going to do your split up, and this is where I'm going to have a little bit of a debate with you on this part.
Yeah, this is where it really comes. The tires hit the road, so to speak, as far as will they or won't they form a relationship going forward. But basically, I wanted to compare it to the one relationship we know that Luke does have long term going on, and eventually becomes his wife and everything, and see how those compare it. Yeah, exactly. He hit the jackpot, Tiger. So, anyways, as you can see, there's some similarities and some differences, but they're not large differences. So originally, both are hostile to Luke when they meet him. Both kind of end up working with Luke, more or less, kind of being forced to work with him. In Farnay's case, maybe not so much, although he did rescue her, so in a way, she kind of owed him. But obviously, Mara Jade was the Emperor's hand. She worked for the Empire. She was actually supposed to assassinate Luke. It was her assignment originally. Both of them worked to defeat a common enemy. You have the fact that at this point, they kind of meet in different parts of Luke's life. Luke is a bit older when he meets Mara Jade.
Sorry,
and that's kind of
an appropriate comment.
To the fall of the Empire, and he's younger when he meets Farnay. So there's some differences there. Obviously, Luke ends up marrying and having a child with Mara Jade. We don't know that here. We don't know what the relationship's like going forward with Farnay. But it's important to remember that at this point, Farnay is canon, and Mara Jade is over in Legends Land, thanks to Disney, and is no longer canon, and technically doesn't exist in the current canon. So, Marco, you got an opinion?
I actually do. So a couple things. When he goes back to see Farnay to revisit her and the planet, technically that would be around the same age as when he was seeing Mara Jade. Okay, right? Yeah, within a year or two. Yep. Yeah, that is true statement there. Also, the Force sensitivity thing. If you read the book and then also even in the comics, she kind of hints that yeah, she can't find those animal things, wink, wink, but she's not supposed to. But she does have enough power where she refers, you should go with me because I know how to get you right to the temple, and I've been to the temple. I know more about it. So that could be a little bit of Force sensitivity there, that she has the connection with the Force, with the Jedi temple.
Or she has a map quest.
And also, too, if you ever see pictures of Mara Jade, she somehow has an orangish red skin, which Farnay also has. So I'm not saying it's the truth. I'm just saying there's a lot more to the story than that. Plus, because I do like Ruben's comment real quickly. Okay, here we go. Ruben, you're getting it. We're putting it back up.
I put it back.
I thought you were going to say because no one can kiss like his sister. There you go. That's
I purposely avoided making any Leia Luke relationship connections in this.
But yeah, so that's where we stand on it. Is this? I mean, there's just the opportunity. I guess the scene is when they brought up they're going to do Weapon of Jedi. Why are you redoing a comic right now, and you're doing it in 2 pieces? You're not releasing it as a trade paperback, as you already had it. The novel was from 2015 or 16, right? It's from 2016. So what is that? 4 or 5? 5 years later,
well, roughly.
It doesn't. It doesn't fit in with anything else they're doing in the Star Wars line comic-wise right now. Why would you be introducing this character to American comic books, I guess is my question. That's why this whole thing is here, right?
Because IDW is trying to get whatever content that they will be allowed to have.
So you're against it. So you are it's a trap.
Well,
all right.
Well, there.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
If we're there, then I'm going to say, I would say I'm against it. I would say that it's a trap, I guess, because I don't think he's hooking up with a Chitara. I think they're just going to keep him as being.
You should call her Chitara. She's got devil horns, bro. She ain't Chitara.
She doesn't have horns. She has like nubbins where there may be horns to grow, or spots where horns may show, but they're not horns yet.
That's bad art.
I'm just saying. Regardless, I just don't think they're just going to go that route at this point. I mean, how are they going to fill that story out? Unless they can convince Sebastian Stan to say, "Hey, man, play young Luke." We're not getting young Luke.
Do you want me to answer this? Do you want me to answer this question?
You can go.
Okay, well, I can answer that portion. I'm not going to tell you what my opinion is, but I'll answer. It'd be very simple. We know that there's a time period where, like in Luke's story, now that they did the deep fake, there's 2 portions of Luke's whole life that we do not know anymore, cinematically wise and through everything else. And the 2 little portions, there's a portion between where he picks up Grogu and when he starts his school temple.
Academy.
Yep, the Jedi Academy. And then there's one more portion. There's the
That's
portion.
3.
No, that's 1.
You gave us 2 already. You said Grogu, start Jedi, or the same
between
thing,
picking up Grogu and starting the Jedi Academy.
Okay.
And right before Grogu, after he went to the first temple, and that area right after Jedi, which is right when he'd be going back to her and looking at that temple. We don't know that actual story. We know that he went back to look at a temple. We just don't know what else he did during that time period. So between Return of the Jedi, when he leaves there, then he says to his sister that he's going to leave and go look at temples, and he's got the Obi-Wan journals. That little portion there, that like 7 years, we don't know what he's been doing. He could be getting busy with Barney.
He could.
So you're thinking this is like when the Amish go on their thing when they hit adulthood.
Ron
He goes out and he parties, and he comes back or he doesn't.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
So
I
a truce at Bakura?
Hold on. Go down.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So
No, go. You go.
No.
I'm just saying, I actually think that these are stories that he's portraying in his life because when he was younger in the comic books a few years back in the run of Star Wars, he was having a relationship with somebody else too. So he's progressing throughout his age. So maybe he will meet Mara Jade down the road. And this is just another fling in his journey. And I think it's a trap. I don't think anything. I think it's just a story, and IDW is trying to fill in stories too. But I also think it's just a story in his life of another person that he had feelings for.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. All right, JJ, what do you got?
Yeah, I've come around to the fact that I don't think they're ever going to do the Mara Jade story for some reason. This is probably the closest we're going to get character-wise to it, at least at this point. Now, they still could do it all down the road, either one, his life. Because even if you look at the Marvel comic run going on now, it's still before Return of the Jedi and all that. So if the comics are going to explore it, who knows down the road. I don't know. Yeah, I lean more towards it's a trap in the fact that I don't know how far they're going to take this story just because it's been a story that's been out for a while. They never wrote a sequel to the novel. This is just now the U.S. reprint of it. Maybe there's more of a reason they reprinted it for IDW, or maybe it's just content, but I'm leaning more towards trap.
Nice. Well, just to pick up that point, like you said, they haven't touched on it yet. Remember, like first volume of Star Wars, which took place between New Hope and Empire or whatever it was supposed to be. That was 75 issues. We're only 14 issues into what could potentially be another 75 issue run. There's a lot of ground they could still cover.
Well, some of that stuff was just in the 75 issue. But, all right, Solo, what do you got?
I think it's a trap. I think everyone's really... If you're going to bring in a lover, it's got to be Mara Jade. I don't think anybody's going to buy Tinkerbell and her dad Trigon. They're going back to Teen Titans. DC wants the title back. That's all they got.
Oh, Trigon?
Yeah, Tinkerbell and Trigon are going back to the Titans.
What do you got there, Jedi?
So, as always, thank you for letting me go last.
I'll go ahead.
Other than you. But, I mean, because I'm the gullible one, and I've changed my mind 3 times just listening to you folks. So, and thank you, JJ, for no timelines, even though Pete and Marco are insistent on inserting timelines into this stuff every week, and my East Texas education is getting tested every week with these freaking timelines. All right, so I think it's a trap. I think, the only reason I think it's a trap is I just think Mara Jade is too popular. There's too much of a fan favorite for them not to eventually bring her into canon. That is really my only reason for saying that. And initially I came in with a different perspective. I was going to say that it's don't tell me the odds, but the more I thought about it listening to you, Mara Jade, I don't know. I'm usually wrong, but yeah, it's a trap.
The only problem I have with Jade is that they have, and I'm going. So the question, JJ set this up bad. The original did bad.
Oh.
He's doing it so that there's a good debate. And what the original question was is this going to be one of Luke's girlfriends? That's what the question is. And he did the Mara Jade comparison so that there'd be a little bit of debate and put in everybody's head, saying that this would be Jade. Right. I don't think this is going to be. So I think JJ's question's a trap. The way he presents a trap, the question is, don't ever tell me the odds. I do think that if they're going to do something, they already with this, they have this, and for some reason, because it's the first new canon thing that came out, it means something to the people in charge right now. It does. Yeah, I don't think it's that great. I don't think it's like the groundbreaking thing in the world, but for some reason to them, it means a lot. They also know this, after they brought Luke back and they've left these 2 gap areas, they can introduce a Luke girlfriend. As you see, a lot of relationships are starting there. The Jade situation, unfortunately, I think they know it's a double-edged sword. If you bring Jade back, you would have to bring her to fulfill fan stuff. You'd have to retcon a ton of crap, and then they're going to be pissed anyways because new fans are going to be pissed because you're retconning all this stuff. Old fans are going to be like, oh, well, whatever. At least we got Jade back. But Jade really, everybody loves her now, but did they really love her? Because, like, there wasn't really, I mean, if you look in the back, there's a love-hate relationship with that character anyways, okay? Yeah. I do see this. They know that they are trying to get a bigger percentage pie of a certain demographic. And love stories sell that demographic. And this demographic likes love stories like this one that they're putting out in Weapon of Jedi. And I think there's a great possibility. She's not going to be, stop with it before the whole chat goes, you said she's going to be Mara Jade. I'm not saying she's going to be Mara Jade, but I do think that if there is potential to have Luke have a girlfriend, that this is a very strong possibility that this would be the way they do it. This is how they give Luke a girlfriend. Obviously, when he passes away, he doesn't have kids. We know when he's in the training camp. Well, I mean, they could retcon some stuff, but or just moving off screen, kind of like they did with Kanan when he was Dune. Like you see the stuff off screen. If they're gonna do a girlfriend thing, I think this is the route they're gonna go.
Yeah, and they have avoided.
They've
avoided doing the whole new Jedi Order thing for Luke at this point. It may come some point down the line, but you really can't do, in my opinion, a Mara Jade or a Mara Jade type story without doing the new Jedi Order.
Yeah, so, but the new Jedi Order, and this is why we should have probably had. You're right, Jedi. We should have probably had timelines. The problem with that new Jedi Order is it's so far in advance now to where it would have been, right?
You were right, Jedi.
Like, if you started the new Jedi Order, and then
you're right, Jedi. Only it's the complete opposite of what I said. Yeah.
Wait, no, you said that he should have done a timeline, right?
No, I said I thanked him for not doing timeline.
Oh, you're glad he didn't. Well, he should have. Yeah. He should have done a timeline. You said that we make people do timelines. You're right. He should have done a timeline. We should have made him do a timeline. The point is this, that if you're going to do it in that storyline, already the development, and then what we know what happened in the gap after that, I don't know how you would squeeze her into that. Like, that's tough. You're not going to get the good parts of her storyline, but
you know what?
People are smarter than me.
Maybe, the real question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No.
I'm saying maybe they might take a part from this storyline and use her and make her like the Mara J and bring her in, like change the character, but the similarities give what Mara J had and give it to her. And she's not specifically Mara J, but change the story around a little bit, but have her maybe. But like I said, I see maybe down the road Mara J might pop up and they're going to retcon the crap out of it when they do.
I don't know how they could, like, even like the people who say that they retconned Dune, that's not, if you actually take it panel for panel and stuff, It's just a different point of view. Like even the stuff they're saying is retcon, you can argue that it's not retcon.
Point of view.
Well, it's not retcon. It's what happened is that it's a different point of view. It's just different the color armor of Gray's armor. He had red armor. They gave it green. And that's what people are complaining about. The color of the troop of Gray.
Yeah.
And
well, that's
that was the main trooper that killed her. So.
Yeah, I mean, I could see all that or whatever, but that's not like when they're saying, when you say retcons, I think like retcons, like you all of a sudden move Thrawn 20 years into the future and, you know, there's different enemies out there and he's not a hand to the Emperor really. And they're having their different, like that's a retcon of legacy, right? Like that's how I see it. You know what I mean? When I see a retcon, it's got to be a major move. It can't be something like, oh, well, we just changed the color of the armor of the person who shot him. Who cares, dude? Come on, bro. It's a comic book.
Yeah. Well, let's build Star Wars beyond the Skywalker,
saga. I think we should.
Let's move on. Let's
I'm ready for that too. I think I'll
tell you one thing. If they ever do a Skywalker saga, like Skywalker period, bring back Han and Leia, they should just make an animated series like they're doing with the Clone Wars and what they're doing with the Bad Batch and make a story to continue their stories that we never had and do it in that type of fashion.
The only story I'd want to see in a short with Han and Leia, and you'd have to have Harrison in it, and you have to have, well, you wouldn't be able to do it anymore, but was the Bloodline. Bloodline's the only one because that book and that storyline was so good. And it pretty much was like Han Solo being Han Solo and like explaining that even though he's like it was a good thing. Maybe it's because I'm a dad, but it was a good thing there. But yeah, you're right. I don't want to see any of the rest of that crap. Like I don't want to see anything else. The story's good enough. All right. We've got one more. We were also holding off because Jen keeps updating us on how far she's stuck in traffic. I don't know if we're going to be able to hang out with her. We already lost Mike. Mike, thank you for... I just turned Shan's opinion. There we go. Well, I mean, just give different options. Like that's the fun part about that, right? We're not trying to be right down here or predict the future, but we're just having good, wholesome talks about Star Wars and different points of view.
Look, Star Wars, there's so many different point of views that we all can have in Star Wars. And we all can have great point of views, and we can also have point of views that make no sense at all. It's Star Wars. It's something we love. And, and for the people that are a little too crazy about situations, come on. It's something we enjoy. It's about happiness. And you can change things around. Look, we'll never have a Han Solo and a Leia and a Luke again. But if they were to bring in characters that look like them to give on story, that's another thing too. If they want to make a movie and change the cast, I have no problem with that. I just want to see stories. I want to see what we didn't see.
Yeah, but you could also get some Ahsoka Tanas and some Mandalorians and some others. I mean, you can keep going with this, which is kind of really cool. Ruben, this is the only thing I'll say about this. They make it the lesson why he is okay. There's very rarely there are few Jedis who have ever had more attachments than Luke Skywalker. I mean, he makes out with his sister. He follows her. Even Obi, who he's just met, he's crying. He's now saving Grogu and using him as an attachment. He gets attached to Kylo Ren. There's very few Jedi who have less attachments than Luke Skywalker, which is fine. That attachment thing is kind of
trained though, like with them. Like, how much training did he have realistically? I'm just saying.
But I actually like the comic.
The attachment thing happens a lot.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
He's 17 when he started this training. Like,
it happens a lot, but there's not many more. Like, I mean, you got maybe Voss.
We had Obi-Wan and the Duchess.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. Yeah, Duchess Satine.
It happens more than they say.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, there's like two there's 20 Jedis. Anyways, on to our last segment. Our last segment is the wonderful Bad Batch. Can we add this to stream? We can. The Bad Batch review. We're going into overtime. Hit the overtime bell, everybody. All right, here we go. Overtime bell. Give us a thumbs up down there. We're going. All right, she's got a comm. Guess whose comm it is now? Omega. Omega got herself a comm. She's part of the squad. And it turns out that they gave her, what's his name's? The sharpshooters. Crosshair. Thank you very much.
Crosshair.
Long week. All right, Crosshair's little comm. That was pretty cool. I thought it was cool. We also go back to Ortel, right? this is an interesting planet. Couple things there. Slaver planet, and also has to deal with a certain evil element there that we'll talk about maybe a little later. I do like. Look, there's something with her, right? And every episode they show it. She's like a detective too. Like she figures it out. She tries to go to Sid's. She figures out who Sid's is while the rest of the knuckleheads are over there arguing.
Poor
Sid. By the way, Sid was from Cheers. She's the lady with the curly hair and Cheers.
Rita Perlman.
Huh? Rita Perlman.
Rita
There
Perlman.
she is, right?
Yep.
Cheers. Yeah.
Is that who that was?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Awesome.
Danny DeVito's wife.
Yeah, Dan Deal's like, right. Yeah. I thought she
I
did an
wonder- I
awesome
wonder
job.
who it was.
I really
I
liked
didn't
it. We didn't get to see. This is a serious problem now because this like high five. You're the brains of the operation. The relationship between these two, Wrecker and Omega, is starting to become a problem because I just hope he doesn't crush her head. That's all I'm saying.
Because crush her head.
They're setting it up for that.
It's a kid show. No, it's a kid show. They're setting it up that he's
It is
going to
a
be
kid
the one that they see turn, and hey, we can fix him. Now we need to go back and fix, Crosshair.
For those people wondering what this is, does anybody know what this is in the background?
No.
Let's see.
Wookiee.
Oh, Wookiee's about to
Wookiee?
cry. It is.
Wookiee hide.
It's not. It's too big to be a Wookiee.
No. That's the Wookiee fur in the
It's two
background
Wookiees.
because that you know what she is and you know what they hunt. They hunt Wookiees, and that's a Wookiee fur. There's a lot of cool things that go around in this office, including that horn in the beginning. We'll hit
Yeah,
one more
horn.
item that we see later on in there. Oh yeah, I went really close there. Look at that. I did a close up just so you can see the Wookiee fur. All right, so the test here is to see if the Bad Batch can figure out who this character is. I did find it funny later on, and they'll reveal that she was young and she just started out as a bounty hunter. But this is when she was trying to make her bones. There we go. We're checking in to see what's going on, and they see a slaver colony now at this point. Clone Wars had these. It's almost been in. Was it Clone Wars?
Zygerian?
The Zygerian? Yeah.
Is that German? Is that German?
Zygerian?
Something like that.
Is that German?
Yeah, not nice people, but slavers either way. So they're really happy that they're happy that the Empire's here because now that they can start slaving again. They capture
all of 3 slaves.
Well, yeah, this is actually when Wrecker and them gets in there. They eventually get like 5, but
I'm not counting Wrecker when they get them. I'm talking
they
about
had 3.
Well,
they had 4 technically too because they're going in there to do a job to help out Sid. They have to rescue one of the slaves named Muchi. So they think they found Muchi, but they all got captured. And so Omega has to come to the day. Omega. How does she say her name again? Omega?
Well, she's Australian.
Omega.
So she says Omega, but I think everybody else calls her Omega.
Yeah, Hunter actually said Omega in this episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Omega it is. So Omega is up there. In
Either
the
or
tightrope.
works.
She's doing these. She's giving these things real quickly. She pulled out a little bit of the old Gandry things or whatever. She's doing one of these and one of those and one of these and one of these and one of those and one of these. And then, yeah. So she knows exactly what they're saying. And nobody caught him doing it, but whatever. And then we find out that there's a baby Rancor who she unleashes. This is amazing. I love it. I thought it was the best. I love Rancors. So is this going to be a pop? Hopefully this is something because I hope it
Maybe.
Maybe.
It'd have to be
It
one
kind
of
of
the
looks
big guys.
like Sloth from Goonies.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
It really does. So all of a sudden, Wrecker decides he's going to break all as the Rancor, baby Rancor is running around, who actually turns out they tell him that is actually Muchi. So Wrecker comes through and breaks everybody out of their chains. Then they say, hey, listen, it's one of those alpha things. I thought this was funny because her name's Omega, but then it's an alpha thing where they got to see who the alpha male is. So the Rancor fights Wrecker. And Wrecker goes toe to toe. He starts choking her out. That was hilarious. Throwback to anybody else know it? Well, to the obviously Return of the Jedi there with the tongue hanging out of the Rancor. They're both tired. He's laying on top, but apparently somehow he won, even though he was passed out too. There's obviously a connection or relationship between the two of them. I will say this about Michi. Okay, there is a question that has come up. Is JJ still there? Or he's gone. There's a question that has come up if this is the Rancor that was in Return of the Jedi. My answer to that is absolutely not. If you've read Aftermath or any of the other side books, like From a Certain Point of View, You do know that the trainer that they had there had mentioned that that was not the first Rancor, the Rancor that ends up dying by Luke, who, by the way, could have just put him to sleep. We found that out last week. You can just put him to sleep by using the Force, but killed him, but doing the cage and the rock thing. That is not Michi, because Michi, first off, it was a different name. What? Yeah, well, first, Michi has a different name, but also number 2 is that the trainer, the animal trainer, had said that he had trained multiple Rancors. So there still is hope that Michi's alive and around, because it's the cutest Rancor I've ever seen. There you go.
I'm just saying, if I close a garage door on your head, you're probably not going to sleep.
I know, but he could have just done the sleep thing. We learned that in the High Republic. You could just say sleep and use the Force, and you could put a Rancor out. So
he could have, but he didn't. He was busy shoving bones in its mouth and just scrambling for his dear life.
Well, Luke's a little scared, but don't tell people that. They might start crying on the internet. Anyway, so Bib Fortuna is there, and it's a bad bib, but whatever. Bibby. Comes back to Sid's. They find out who Shan is. Not really much. They get the credits, which is nice. They need it. And then Sid tries to blackmail Hunter, saying that I know who you are and I can turn you in because you're worth. But if you looked around her office, there's a lot of different clone helmets in there too. She is somebody who definitely takes a lot of prizes. Once again, we have the Wookiee thing there too. She's devious, and I feel
Wookiee ever.
Wookiees are big, man. How don't you know that?
Looks more like a mammoth.
Anyways, there's definitely a relationship going on here. There was another headache situation too with Wrecker.
Bantha? She doesn't have like a Bantham rug back there?
The Bantha is the horror type thing. So he gets a headache. We see that again, which brings up a good point that there's probably going to be a problem. Okay. I will be back in 2 seconds, real quickly. You guys chat about the Bad Batch.
Well, you know, the couple of pieces that she had in the background, she had Django's guns.
Oh, yeah?
She had a Boba Fett prototype helmet, or a Mandalorian helmet that was in the side that I actually caught really quick, and I paused it. I was like, oh, wow. But
see, I thought I saw that too. I thought it was, but I didn't go back.
You know what? When you go back, just like slow mo, just pause it, keep pausing. You'll see it. It's right on the side of the wall in one scene. But it was a good episode. Look, you know what? For what it's worth, you know, to develop these characters and make this story work, it's going to tie into a lot of things, because I see something big happening with Fennec Shan and who she's working for. Because it ties into two things. If it does go that route, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, because if I say something, there's a potential.
You're not going to spoil anything. It's all speculation, and you should have watched this by now.
Well, see, it could tie into the Book of Boba Fett, and it could also tie into War of the Bounty Hunters. So that's why it's something big. And me personally, I actually think it's Maul that she's working for. I think Crimson Dawn has something to do with the beginnings, because.
So you don't think it's the Mother of Dragons? You think it's still Maul?
Well, it can't be much, because she's not. Kira's not around yet. It's it's still.
Yeah,
well,
but
she's
Maul.
around, but Maul is hiding. Because think about it: if he goes for Omega, she's Force sensitive. He wants to up the Emperor, and he knows that she's a clone, and he knows something. You gotta, if you put it, because look, Boba Fett can show up because the cloning, like Django's strand is dying. Boba Fett is the purest of clones. That if they take some DNA from him, they can make the clone stronger again. But I think there's going to be I think we might get a Boba Fett Darth Maul situation in this storyline, one way or the other. Because they said Maul's coming back, and there's some things that.
I see what you're saying. So in the Bad Batch part, it could still be Maul with the Crimson, whatever. But in War of the Bounty Hunters, when he's obviously already gone, and Daenerys, is in charge or whatever from the Solo movie, that's later. That's a whole separate thing.
Yeah. So, and then the Book of Boba Fett can have Crimson Dawn in it too, because they're still around. So we're gonna see. It should be an interesting next 10 episodes.
All right, I'm gonna spoil something. I'm gonna spoil something real quickly for you guys, and I don't know if we talked about it last week, but I did get to read the War of the Bounty Hunter #1, and I think that Dom might be on to that Crimson Dawn, being in there because War of the Bounty Hunter #1, and I'd put $100 on it. I'm telling you, they're bringing the Crimson Dawn up there. I'm telling you, Korra is coming back in the Crimson Dawn, and that is going to be a major antagonist. That probably, I'm not saying they say this in the book, so turn your ears off if you don't want to hear this, but I'm saying that they hint that she's the one who stole Han Solo.
Yep.
And Boba Fett in the Book of Fett says that he's got a feud. And I don't think it's just with the Hutts. I think he's also got it with Crimson Dawn. And we all know by the time the Book of Fett comes out that Darth Maul is dead, buried, and gone. So
Yep.
I think Don's onto something, man.
So it's going to tie into both things. And
Ruben, thank you. Am I saying the name wrong? Kira? Whatever.
Kira. I think it's, and look, the crimson covers that we're getting for the variants.
Yeah, and you get the crimson covers.
It's why it's like a waste of paper just to make a red cover. Right. So there's something that's coming, and if it works out to that,
wow,
tie-in.
Somebody must be watching our shows. I don't know who's been watching our shows, but it's like you bet on them, Don. All right, that's awesome. So that's cool. I do, and I like your because you're talking about the syndicates that are on that island too, and everything like that, and have the Maul hook up. They do Maul best in animation. I think that's unarguably where they've shown the best Mauls.
We might as well do the helmets then.
Huh?
Since Dom already gave his review of it, so might as well give the helmets while we're at it.
Sorry, I drank too much. I had it. Okay, how many helmets are we gonna do, Dom?
I can do it.
Yeah, Dom, give it to us. How many helmets you got, bro?
I actually like this episode a lot, and I think it's going places. I'll give it 3.5.
3.5. Good. There you go. 3.5.
I got it.
Pete, what do you got then? Pete, you're up next.
I'll agree with that. I don't know exactly who we're going to get coming and all of that out of this episode, but I did like the whole. I don't know. I just like the way this episode played out. It was fun to watch. I was intrigued the whole time, so it kept my attention. So I'm on board for that 3.5. I'm not going to go 4 because it wasn't the greatest episode in the world.
No.
I got to have some. I got to have some room to grow here, and also pull back. But I will say I did enjoy it, and I was it kept my interest throughout beginning to end. But it didn't really break new ground, I guess to say it. But
Baby Rancor.
Yeah, I mean it was cool. I'll admit Baby Rancor was cool, but I'm not going out to buy a pop just because there's a Baby Rancor in it.
Well, there is a Rancor pop.
Yeah, it's a big one.
I'm gonna go 3.
3.
3. It's kind of average. I don't know. I'm tired of the slowly letting me know what's going on. I want some big break to happen. I know it's only 5 episodes in, but give me something. I feel like it's just these little hints, but I want something more substantial of what Omega is and what's going on there and why people are after Omega. I don't necessarily need to know who, but I at least want a reason why. Okay,
but this, yeah, and I get it. How many helmets did you get?
Sensitive.
3.
Stop it. 3. Do you remember this? It's not 6 episodes. It's not. Everybody complained.
I know.
When we got 6 episodes, and we got 8 episodes. It's 16 in a total of 32 episodes, guys. Like,
there's an old Simpsons joke.
32.
There's an old Simpsons joke where Mo buys a naval surplus flash frying thing, and he goes, "I can flash fry a buffalo in 15 seconds," and Homer's like, "But I want it now." I'm Homer. I want it now.
Yeah, I got it. Everybody complains that the episodes are too short and it's over already, and then when you give them something longer and extend it out, then they complain it's too long. Hey, I hear you. Solo, let's hear what this is going to be.
2.5. It was good, and I'd give it a 2 because I was very, very unimpressed. But I'd give it the half because she finally picked up that bow that we talked about nonstop forever.
Yeah.
And nobody even brought that up yet. So she picks up the witch's bow, which is really
not a Night
looking.
Sister's bow.
It looked, totally looked nothing like a Night Sister bow. Like it was a new knockoff. So I thought
it was a slaver bow.
Cool. Yeah,
it actually looks non-lethal, right? Which is probably by design.
Yeah. So but we finally got that answer from the trailer and all that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And otherwise, it was just really average.
Jedi.
So I'm going to go 3.5. So I did think this was a filler, but I really don't care that it was a filler. I thought it was good. So watched it by myself, then watched it with my wife. My wife said Omega's going to save them. She knew from the very beginning. She's very proud of herself. And then it just enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Rancor. But it was a filler, I think, at least in my view it was, but I didn't care. I thought it was really good. I liked the scene where, because it was so spontaneous and you didn't expect it, where Omega gave Wrecker the dap, and said she was the brains of this or whatever it was. She kind of I thought that's my favorite scene actually, and believe it or not, in the entire episode. But yeah, I liked it, but it was a filler, 3.5. But I don't care.
I'm actually giving it 4. I'm wondering if Solo actually likes anything about Star Wars at the same time. And I'm going to say this. And this is why. I don't see it as filler. I don't see it as filler. I actually see it as like finally great story building, right? Like we were waiting to see how they're realistically, every time we get on, every single week, somebody asks a question like, well, why did this happen? And I say it's because it's Star Wars. It's actually make-believe. And you guys are like, ugh. Well, this isn't make-believe now. They're giving you a way for them to make a living. Why they don't know things. All these small little tidbits that they're going out with. They're giving an actual gateway for Darth Maul to come back in, which is amazing too. They also gave us a baby Rancor. And sorry, but like if I had a pet, I don't like pets. But if I had one, guess what I'd have? A baby Rancor, because that's a cool-ass pet. So, to see a Rancor is dope, especially in that way. I think the relationship that that DAP was cool how they did it. And as soon as they did it, I was like, oh, man, it's so cool. And then I was like, man, this dude's going to try to crush her head at one point. Because he got it's not all upstairs. You can tell he's got the headaches. And just how they're doing that building to, the day he snaps.
They're not going to make him Lenny. They're just not going to.
No, but he's going to try. But he's going to try, right? He's going to try to be. It's the Frankenstein monster storyline, right? Like when Frankenstein almost throws the girl into the. Does he throw the girl into the river? I think he does.
Well, actually, they have a cut that he throws in the water. That's the cut that they got rid of. I saw. Yeah, see,
go with young Frankenstein. He throws her and she goes back up into her bed. And
okay, either way,
be normal.
Yeah. So there you go. I mean, that's it. And then the rest of it, they brought back. They did show some of the in depth of the Empire stuff too. They keep our stuff that we learned in the books already, right? In the novels, if you read them, but they're showing it to the fans. You have to remember, there's lots of people like Shannon's daughter and stuff there that don't know how there is a storyline between how do people support the Empire, and they're showing that continuously. This moved very fast. I thought it was a very short episode because I liked a lot of stuff that went in there. And the Sid character, man, I thought it was cool. And how they did so many Easter eggs, I didn't even, because I couldn't get good glimpses in there, but there was 4 different clone helmets. They had both something from a Banta, they had something from a Raider in there. They had the Wookiee rug that she had slowed over the back. What else?
When you stepped out, like Dom pointed out, there's a
Mandalorian helmet.
Yeah, Mandalorian helmet. There's a Mandalorian helmet back there. There was 2 blasters that looked very similar to Jango Fett's.
Yeah, he said that
very, too. Very, very. There were so many cool things in her office. I just like how we could take screenshots of this. We can't get them in time, unfortunately. So it was what it was. But it was filled with everything you kind of wanted. And to be honest with you, I don't know, man. I don't need a lot of
those clues then that she shouldn't be trusted. For those of us that aren't don't have all the background that some of you do, are those clues that the fan should know? That stuff that she has hanging on her wall is okay. She's not to be trusted.
She's going to sell them out. She's selling them out by the end. But she's going to keep them around and give them some jobs. And it also gives us the Jabba link too, which is I like the Hutts. So I'm down, man. That's why it gets 4. I thought it was a really good episode. It's disappointing that people thought it was filler.
I might lose you guys because
it's all right.
I might lose you guys. I'm losing
She might not sell them out though. She might. She's selling them out.
She's 100% selling them out.
Sell them out, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
She's selling them out. But that's it. That's what I got. I got the 4 on there. I'm kind of disappointed that people didn't see it the same way I did. I was hoping that. I mean, I really think that this series as a whole, the Bad Batch series, is actually better than I expected at this point. I know people want,
It's the Easter eggs. The Easter eggs.
Yeah.
What they're leading to.
Hmm.
The callbacks to the original trilogy. All
Yeah.
those things, the prequels. That's what's making these shows not great. We're enjoying them.
But isn't that what people are complaining about all the time? Like everything you guys say that you don't like about this episode is all the stuff I'm saying. Like I hear the complaints all the time, and the
I didn't
complaints
say
is
anything
there's no
that I
not
didn't
you,
like.
no, not you.
For me, the Easter eggs don't do much. I don't want to WandaVision this thing and go too much into the Easter egg, like because I like them from a Star Wars fan perspective. They're interesting, but I'd rather see the story advance than I would just see the Easter eggs. And yeah, it may be foreshadowing something, but it may not be. And I don't want like a Mephisto is coming type moment.
No. But JJ, I guess my thing is like if they
I'd rather just
if they
know
did what
things.
Yeah, but
Look,
my question is though, like if they just did 8 episodes, what would you be saying? If Bad Batch was 8 total episodes, bing bang boom, done, you streamed them all, then what would you be saying? Like, oh
Well, if
man,
it
I
was-
wish it was 32.
If it was
JJ,
8-hour-long
Darth Maul is
episodes,
coming. Darth Maul is coming. Mara Jade's by his side, and just make everyone happy.
See, if it was only 8 episodes, I would judge something that's more harshly than 3.5. I feel like
I
3.5
would.
at this point is a fair score because now I've readjusted my expectation level because I like the series as a whole. I can't make everything a 4 or a 5. Sorry, Jen. I just can't make everything a 5. So I'm readjusted where I'm grading this, and I'm starting in the middle, and then how much above that I go based on.
And in that same vein, I think you can I think, at least for me, I kind of have to readjust what a filler is because, like I said, this was a kind of a filler to me, but I don't care. I liked it because it had substance, but compared to some of the other shows, it just felt.
See, I think
like
a filler. Real quickly, I want to shout out some people. Steve Horn and my man Half Price Crook is in the chat. Make sure you guys are watching the stuff they're doing over there with Modern Playbook. They're doing a really great job. Thanks, guys. But here, this is what I'm going to say. Like for me, a filler episode is when you're taking a breath, and it seems like, okay, you gave us 20 minutes. You could have done it in 5. I don't think this is an episode of 5.
Yeah, I would say I would agree with that.
And I
would
think
say
3.5
filler.
is
I think it's just
fair.
self-contained. It
We
was
had
a
somebody give it
self-contained
2,
episode. We got a
bro.
new character, and
That's not true.
There
I
you
give it a 2.5.
yeah. I mean,
My point
to
being,
me, I guess we define filler a little bit differently. Like I come from watching anime and stuff as a kid. Filler was like entire arcs. Stuff happened, but in the end, the stuff that happened in that episode or arc or whatever didn't matter to the character's story long term.
but I think this does.
That's what filler
This is how they're going to go out there and start finding clues.
yeah, this
And you're
is
gonna
giving
see-
them their direction now.
Yeah, this
is
is
their
this
job.
episode. If you take the last 3 episodes that happened, this episode right here is more important than the last 2 episodes by far.
Because now they're bounty hunters basically.
The bounty mercenaries or something.
And I gave it the
now they're gonna get.
same score I gave last episode, I think.
Yeah. Shame on it. You
Well,
didn't-
regardless,
No.
I don't think anybody graded this harshly. Nobody complained and said it was awful.
Except for the guy underneath you.
See,
said
I
2
understand
days.
where
He didn't say it was awful. He gave it right in the
But
middle.
still, I mean, it kept me
He
entertained.
gave it a
I might think
solid
it's kind of a
C.
filler.
Yeah, you did say it's filler. Yeah, I just think like
Wookie's the villain this week.
Even Filler said 3.5.
I'm used to it by now. It doesn't matter.
3.5
what my
3.5's not
opinion is.
bad.
I'm just an idiot and full of shit anyway.
No,
3.5's not bad.
Look, I
3.5's
agree with
not
Solo.
bad.
Look,
I just think
understand where
like
Solo's
I
coming
think
from,
like
too.
when JJ's saying that it's a filler episode, but last week you're giving it the same grade as last week. It's not that big of a thing of a degrading thing, but like to hear that's a filler, like I adamantly
I like it.
disagree with that.
We got nothing on Crosshair this episode, really. Like, I don't know.
That's
I just
true.
Yeah.
I want to see the character's story move along a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, I thought this one moved around there. You could go back and get Crosshair now. I think we're going to get Crosshair heavy for the next 2 episodes. We're going to have to do something.
Probably,
to that.
probably.
They're going to have to bring it in. But that arc's going to be done soon too, right? Because he can't be. He's not the big bad, right? Like he's just the one that they're going to eventually save, like you said earlier, right? Who was it that said that? That if we could save Wrecker, we could save
they're going to
Crosshair.
save Wrecker first. They got to realize, Wrecker could be redeemed. We can fix him. We can go and save Crosshair. Like,
And if that's the case, if that's the truth, then you can't pull Crosshair back in yet because you need him to try to do something
Well, they have to
terrible.
see
And you,
Rex first.
yeah, you got to see Wrecker
Rex.
first.
Well, he did
Rex,
massacre
Rex
a village of people. That was very.
He's going to tell them how they get the chip out.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm down for all that. Okay, so that's what we got across the board. Hopefully, we'll get some other things in there. Good entertainment. Great. Do we have anything else? Appreciate everybody in the chat. Make sure you give a thumbs up. Good entertainment. She leveled up. Oh my gosh. All right. That's all we got for this week. Next week, we will have some more tomfoolery and shenanigans. We will try to get to another Bad Batch review. Hopefully, it's not a filler episode. We'll have dad jokes returning. And